Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 352.
Mardi
of the
Gras!
There it is.
Tomorrow.
Of the TTV Podcast. Hello, everybody. How we doing tonight? I'm Meso.
I'm Eljay.
I'm Envy.
I'm Ben.
I'm Takuma Nuva.
I'm Leo.
I'm Starbreaker.
And I'm Mary.
Hey, we did it.
Honestly, I panicked for a second.
Yeah, same. Like, I panicked for a different reason, Mesa. You ask a question and then jump into the names, and I'm like, wait, what do you want me to do?
It's one of those like fake questions that you get asked sometimes, you know.
Evil mess.
I call them like
How are you
filler.
doing? I'm Meso. I'm good, Jay.
I'm good, and I'm Ben. There you
Yeah,
go.
You ever been in those social situations where it's just like vacuous small talk that like there really is no real answer to? Yeah, it was one of those.
I mean,
I
yeah,
mean, like talking to your coworker.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It's so epic.
It's so
Well,
epic. So,
And that weather
what-
today,
what-
guys, am I right?
Dude,
Yeah,
how about
yeah,
that?
there it is.
Oh man, yeah, because we all live in
Gee.
the same general area.
Talk about the game the
honest.
other day, you know what I mean?
Dude, yeah, did you guys see that
Oh,
epic
yeah.
sports ball game last night?
Ah,
I
So,
did.
I believe Taylor
I mean, I
Swift
caught
won
that
the Super Bowl.
That-
Taylor Swift did win the Super Bowl.
That-
She made a crazy 52-yard drive across the field. It was insane.
Whoa.
I didn't know they allowed the cars out there.
Yeah.
or the plane that she came in.
Celebrities.
Whoa. Dude, the
Whoa.
so funny. Plane tracking is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah,
It's
honestly,
just
the
public data.
plane stuff is
There's no
actually
problem.
very amusing. I'm so upset.
Mhm.
I don't think that they'll ever hear this, but there's someone on Twitter who runs, it's one of many different Bionicle fan accounts, and I had been thinking for days, like, oh man, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to post a tweet about Taylor Swift, like, going to the grocery store on the friggin' Axelara, and it's gonna be super funny. Someone else had the same idea, and it just blew up. It got thousands of likes. I'm like, no,
It
Get
should have been
wrecked.
me.
it should have been me,
Not him.
not him.
Feels bad.
I mean, you could always try to replicate it. Probably won't be as
I
good.
did my own, and it was like with the Matorn universe or whatever. But
Mm,
It's not the same. You need the authenticity.
you do.
That's true.
it's okay, I'll live.
But yeah, it
Well-
was a good game. I I was thoroughly
Was it?
entertained.
There was
I
sportsing, there was
I
balling.
don't really
it was great.
follow sports, football especially. I don't really follow, but I do hear a lot about it because a lot of people I know, my friends over
Play.
here in my hometown, are big sports fans, and you know we're located right next to San Francisco, so naturally a lot of my friends are Niners fans. So you know the hype was felt. I got that secondhand hype from everybody. The fact that our team made it, got as far as they did, held their own pretty well. I was invested as I would look from my phone to the TV, and see all kinds of crazy things go down. I see the scoreboard still 3-0 for like majority of the game. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what is going on? And I start watching, and it's intense, and it's just a lot of fun. It was a fun game to watch.
Did you guys
Um,
see the Nickelodeon broadcast or clips of it?
I did not. I did see clips.
I've seen some pictures.
I've been seeing
some
clips
of my
all
friends were telling me
over. It's
about
kinda
it
funny.
after the game. Yeah,
I was-
it's so good.
It was really. I was hoping my friends would have let me swap to it, but no, we had to watch everything else on CBS, where they were just saying how good what's his face is on the Chiefs, and I couldn't hear Patrick say something really stupid or slime zone when they scored a touchdown.
Oh yeah.
What threw
Man.
me off was seeing clips of Dora pop up.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah, it sounds like Dora, how I remember her. Wow, she's 3D, and this is weird. She doesn't look like the Dora I remember. Where's the football head? You know?
Right.
It was always her and Hey Arnold, the football heads of Nickelodeon. And
Not
so-
only did I not see anything from this, but I didn't know this was happening. So this is the first
am so
time
lost
like
right
I'm
now.
hearing about it. It sounds like I need to go watch some clips though.
No, it was funny. It was cool.
Yeah,
They had
those
some really funny
SpongeBob
moments.
VTubers.
There was that
Yeah.
one moment where they pointed out Taylor Swift's boyfriend, and they actually just put put that as his,
Yeah, as his name. He's
as
not a
his name.
person,
Yeah,
he's just-
they didn't
Taylor
even name him.
Swift's boyfriend.
That's
really
literally how
funny.
they refer to
Yeah.
him, as just Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Also plays football.
Yeah.
That's
I
deeply
bet-
messed up.
There's some
I
really
bet he
funny
feels
little
great
moments
about
like that
that.
on that
No, there was,
Nickelodeon
I think
stream.
there was one where it was like they finally scored a touchdown after like X amount of minutes, and I'm like, dude, they just do not care. So funny, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it was
Wow.
entertaining. It kind of sucked that it ended the way it did,
Yeah.
because the ending was inevitable, right? Like one team, the Niners, got pushed all the way up to their goal during what is it, overtime,
Yeah.
and at that point it was like you knew the Chiefs had it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, I was entertained. Some cool commercials, some fun little trailers came up.
Temu ads for some reason.
Yeah, no, I counted 4.
Well, yeah,
four
for
Temu
overtime there was
ads.
a fourth one. Yeah, you're right. No, that was. I don't know how much money they're making. That is insane.
Enough to have that many Super Bowl ads is insane.
Oh, and apparently
I-
it's pronounced Temu or.
Temu.
It said Temu. No, it's Temu to me.
I hate those commercials with a fiery burning
It's
passion.
Yeah.
probably not actually pronounced Temu.
With
They
like a
probably
super-
used AI voices for their commercials.
Listen,
No,
fellas.
They've
God,
used.
cringe.
It's like a
Fellas, they've been
super
using AI
Disney-fied.
voices like the-
Wait, is it actually that
If-
like that whole Disney-fied song? Is that also AI?
I don't know.
Might be.
I'd be surprised.
I
If
don't wanna
it's
throw around
any
allegations.
any consolation,
It
some
isn't.
like old concept commercial is gonna come out in like 20 some years, and we're gonna find out it's actually Tiwa. So don't even worry about it right now, okay?
That's such a deep cut joke. I love it.
So only real Bionicle fans will get this.
80% of real Bionicle fans listen to. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we have the original pronunciation for Liwa, guys.
No,
it was,
it's not the original.
It was a Liwa.
Yeah, it's Temu.
Mm-mm.
The whole time it's Timu, bro.
It's Temu.
Toa Temu.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got a lot of
Alright.
like Bionicle news this past week, didn't we?
Yeah, it's been kind of wild between like Faber's video and something we'll talk about a
Wait,
bit later. It's
Faber made a
been-
video. Oh wait, no, it's been a month. That's right.
Yeah,
We're actually doing a Bionicle. We're doing a podcast a month after the last one.
not even sooner than a month. It's
Oh,
been,
really?
like,
It's been
2.5
3
weeks.
weeks.
yeah.
In 3 days.
Wow.
But I mean, it just so happened that like Mary had the night off work tonight, and she was like, "What about this night?" And then everybody else also had the night off, so bada bing, bada boom, worked out. Life is good.
Oh,
Hey.
By the way,
Yeah, worked out
Mary,
well.
congrats on your new
Yes.
new snazzy drawn picture.
Ah,
Wait,
Thank
Mary
you.
has some
I'm very happy
Massive,
with it.
massive shout out to
nice.
AJ, who
Yeah.
does stellar
Appreciate
work
AJ.
as always.
It's legit. It's so good.
I like that there's books on
Yeah,
both
that's very
sides of the
much.
cast columns.
Oh yeah, you're
Wait, what?
right.
Oh, you're right. That's so epic.
Oh wow.
Because Vin has the similar kind of thing. So
Oh
it's a comic
yeah,
book.
look at that.
It's
Yeah.
twinning.
It's so funny seeing my minifigure with the lab coat because I haven't worn one in like.
You're a fraud, Leo.
We're
Do-
two
do you
different
wanna get it?
sides of
Yow,
the coin
meow.
called Meso.
Bruh.
I'm not a fraud, but I still have it hanging in my.
The former ship Vin and Ack.
Yeah, well, thanks, Mary. You just had to go and ruin it.
What?
Ruin it. She
Huh?
enhances
That's
it.
messed up. Don't
There
disrespect.
you go.
Mary is based.
Wait, so Meso, did you
Yes.
not want to talk about the big Bionicle news
We
thing?
should. It's kind of the topic that's.
I
been
know you've been
cycling.
itching about it. You've been-
I have been. I think it may as well merit to open with the most pressing thing, to kind of like give a quick primer. First of all, what we were alluding to earlier, if you haven't seen it, was Christian Faber, like 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, whatever, put out a video which was the very first concept video for Bionicle. And that's why we were making the Liwa jokes, because the announcer pronounces it Liwa, which is the funniest possible thing.
I
The
hate it.
real Walla Wanacle.
So he says it like Waluigi.
Yes. he enunciates the
Wah.
wah. It's like
I haven't seen the
"Li-wah."
video. I've only seen the memes about it, and that was all I needed. It made my
Yeah.
day. It
It's
made
got
my
some
day.
cool art. It's got like the bios of the Toa back when they were like deity spirits instead of like actual characters, and it's got like the initial the initial canister design, some prototypes of the Toa back when they all had Tahu's mask. So it's worth a watch. I don't
I'll
want
check
it to
it
get totally eclipsed by the other news, so I'm just mentioning it briefly. Go watch it if you haven't.
Bet.
But the thing that's been like lighting the community on fire is a sale that happened on shopgoodwill.com a few days ago
Not
that
Temu.
not Timu that seemingly set a record for the most expensive Lego piece ever sold, but maybe not because we've had some updates today that we're gonna get into. But Eljay, you actually made a news video about this and a YouTube short, which was pretty
Breaking
Yes.
news.
So it's like the 14 karat gold. How?
Yep.
cool. Well,
so
Eljay, would you like to give us the abridged version?
yeah, so on Goodwill, a 14 karat gold How was listed for sale. The 14 karat gold Hows, there are approximately 32 of them in the world. About 5 of them we are aware of were given out to the public by Lego for like contests and stuff. A lot of this is unsourced. It's just from like community members over the years. One of them popped up on this website, and the ending bid set a record for the most expensive Lego piece ever purchased at $33,000.01.
Jeez. Okay, that's not
Some
that
change.
bad. Like,
And
I'm
they got some cheddar to
comparing
throw
it
around though.
like what is it? There's that Magic the Gathering card that's based on the One Ring that sold for
Mhm.
millions of dollars. So I guess
What?
it's not
Yeah.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what
Has it actually been found? I thought that was
Yeah,
something that.
they
Jeez.
found it. They found it a
Oh,
while
okay.
ago.
What's his name? Post Malone bought it, I
Yeah,
think.
Post Malone
What?
bought it.
He
Yeah.
bought it for the million. So
Okay.
that's not that
Yeah.
bad.
I don't
But
know
that's
so-
still
They made a
Post
Magic the
Malone.
Gathering set based on Lord of the Rings, and they made one card that was just randomly in one of the packs, and it was the One Ring from Lord of the Rings.
yeah, it's the One
but there's
Ring,
only
and
one
it's
of that
printed
card in the world. So.
It was like
It's-
a variant. There
it's
were
a variant
multiple
of it,
the cards. Yeah.
It's printed it
That's
with like
insane.
the Elvish language, and it's made to be much more unique than
Now,
the other.
I think
One
what
Ring
would have been
cards.
really funny is if they actually destroyed that card, whoever pulled it. But no, they had to make money and be cringe about it.
That's the
When
thing,
you
is, like,
find
if you have
something
something
that's
that's
super
about
limited.
five-
Apparently,
Like,
it's common
rip it in
practice
half, and
because
it's
somebody
still,
just
like-
did it to a gold Bionicle piece.
That is something. Okay. So the way
It's
the way I
different, it's
understand
different, I
Shop-
swear.
No. The way Shop Goodwill works, it's people donate it to Goodwill, and then if they see something of value, they list it on their website. From what I understand, how did that end up in Goodwill? Is my question.
Well,
Right.
we may have some information later on about that, maybe,
Oh,
because there are some updates today. First, I want to shout out a super chat from Delrune Plays, who sent $5 and says, "Mardi Gras, happy Tuesday, everyone. I've had a good Friday today. How about y'all? This may be the first time I've caught a podcast live." You must be
Oh.
referring to TTV Podcast because I've definitely seen you in podcast stream chats before, but probably just for Knack and Jays now that I think about it. Either way, thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
Just about the Good Friday to date, though.
Good Friday today, he said.
Yeah, it's not Friday.
Oh, no,
Could
it's
be a
Monday.
Friday for their work week.
Well, they probably live on the moon, and
Yeah,
as we all
you're
know,
right.
the
Oh,
time
sure,
zones and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Anyway,
So, the thing that weirded me out about this whole thing, and what I've been fascinated about for days, was the distinction between the Gold How and the Platinum Evoke. Before this point, the Gold How, I believe the most expensive one ever that was sold, wasn't it like $5,000, Eldon? That one was fake.
So yeah, that ended up being fake. I know that Andre Hurley, the guy that owns the Platinum Evoke, he bought his for $3,000.
Okay. So this was quite a jump in market value. And what stands out about it is the fact that, I mean, don't get me wrong, this thing is rare. This thing is like solid gold. But there's also
this thing is rare.
bruh. There's also
Bringing
32
back an
of
old
them
joke.
in the world.
How many Evokies are there?
One.
Oh,
Wait, there's
And the
32
platinum-
hows and only one Evoki?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the platinum Evoki sold for like
Okay.
15,000.
Yes.
I
What
thought
the
it was
heck?
So the Platinum
So-
Evoki holds the current understood record, to my knowledge, for the most expensive Lego piece ever purchased at
Okay.
15 grand.
And now we have this how. Well, okay.
How
Why
could it do
would
that?
anyone buy this for double the price of
Okay.
the actual most expensive
I have a
Bionicle mask?
theory based on trends that I've seen going on with.
Inflation's a killer.
I mean, well, that's one.
I have
thing.
the answer, but what is your theory, Leo?
Okay.
Yeah.
Our good friends that people that like scalping things or making things rare, people that grade cards or sealed games. Apparently, there's been stories of them inflating the price of certain limited items, quote unquote, to then make the market kind of move up to their desired profit margin.
If that's the case, I wonder how much that Evoki would go for nowadays.
No, the Evoki would probably go for significantly more, but it's
That will probably Post Malone will want that.
I don't think Post Malone cares about Bionicle.
Well, no one's ever asked him.
I don't know.
Have
I
you
don't
ever
know.
asked him, Leo? Do you
No,
know Post Malone? No.
I don't know Post Malone. No, you're right.
No, you probably know Pre Malone.
Dude, freaking like
You
Jack
probably
Jacksepticeye
know
made a
Watermelon.
Bionicle reference like a few months ago, and it flashbanged me.
Who?
Jacksepticeye, the YouTuber, the Irish guy.
How do we get from
Irish people
Jackson?
aren't real.
I never watched his stuff. Did he get
I'm
canceled?
familiar with the name, but not the
Green hair around the
Green
same
hair
era as
did
PewDiePie and
collaborations
Markiplier.
with like Markiplier and PewDiePie and all.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
Okay,
He
so
made
okay, sure.
Zach,
got
Zach,
it, yeah.
we're in a
He's
different
he's a
era
guy,
of
he
YouTube
does
that they're not
YouTube,
part
he's
of.
popular.
Yeah,
and he
sorry,
made a
sorry.
Bionicle
My username is Nacksepticeye, so you know.
Out of the blue was like, man, I remember Bionicles. Those things were so cool. And I was like, what? Where did you? Why
I
did
was
you say
watching a
that
video
name?
and somebody started singing the Mr. Meaty theme song, and I was like, "Why are you referencing this hellhole?"
I'm
show?
sorry, the what?
Oh, wait, whoa!
Leo, is this
I
really the
did
time
not-
to bring it up?
I haven't
I'm
heard
sorry.
anyone talk about Mr. Meaty.
Mr.
like,
Meaty.
I don't know what that is.
Dude,
I don't like
it
this.
is-
I don't. I
know what
wouldn't
that is
expect
either.
anyone to know what Mr. Meaty is.
Dude,
What
was
is it?
It was like a. There you go. Okay, it
It's-
is demonic show.
Oh, I've
And
seen these.
the one thing that I remember was the tapeworm episode, and I am
Oh, I
so
hated that
traumatized to this
episode.
day.
Yeah.
But I have watched that full show because I am very stupid, and it was very
So
funny.
this was a show that ran on Nicktoons, by the way. It's not like
Yes.
an adult show or anything.
Yeah, it
like
was a
this was
Nicktoons.
this was a kids show. But I didn't purposefully go out of my way to watch this. I just used to be my default channel when we had cable growing up was Nickelodeon or Nicktoons. So if Nickelodeon started playing live action shows, I would flip over to Nicktoons, which is all just Nickelodeon cartoon shows.
If they
all
started
day.
playing like, I never watched Nicktoons. I missed the Nick era. I never saw like any shows besides SpongeBob
So,
in the mornings before I
You're,
went to school.
you're saying you were
So-
never a knick-knack?
Oh my
Wow,
gosh.
that's good.
You're so right, LJ.
I don't know about good.
I was a Cartoon Network and Disney Channel kid.
You gotta take that joke and put it back where you found
What about
it.
Boomerang, Meso? Did you watch Boomerang?
Yes, I like Boomerang.
I watched all three because I had nothing better to do with my life.
My
Dude, can
name
we-
is Messanek, and you're listening to Disney
Yeah, Miss-
Channel.
so Mr. Meaty, right?
Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, Mr. Meaty.
Mr. Meaty was one of those shows that was kind of like, why is this here? Like it would come on,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't change the channel because as a kid I'd be like, oh, there's nothing else to watch, so I'm just gonna leave this on. And this show, I would say, is kind of like on the same level as Invader Zim in terms of how disturbing it can get. Like borderline, why isn't this an adult show?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But no, it's very much a kids show. The content
a lot
was,
of-
it was like one of those PG shows, I guess.
a lot of shows in that genre and style were actually like rejected adult cartoons that got like they had enough budget and stuff behind them that they just decided to salvage it by making it a kids show.
Oh, that
So that's
actually sounds
probably
familiar.
why.
Is that not what happened to Invader Zim?
Is it?
Like,
It happened to SpongeBob. Not
It
even kidding.
happened to SpongeBob of
Mhm.
all shows.
and it's still going, and they
The
host the Super Bowl
juggernaut.
last
Yeah,
night.
exactly. Like it's still going.
SpongeBob
Still
should
going.
end.
Imagine being known as the guy that refused to put SpongeBob on your platform.
Oh, I mean, that happens a lot of shows.
Aren't they
Adventure
doing
Time have
SpongeBob
that.
spin-offs?
Yes, Camp Coral,
Yeah.
this Patrick Star show.
Are they any good?
It only
I've
took
heard
them, like,
some people
20
like the
years.
Patrick Star show. They turned Bubble Bass into Nostalgia Critic, apparently, in one episode, which is kind
Are
of
you
funny.
are you not impressed with the spin-offs, Mary?
I mean, like I've seen some clips and some
I've
are
seen some
funny and
clips,
others
too.
are just kind of like,
Yeah.
You know, I think it varies.
All right.
It's very much.
I kind of would
like-
expect that from those shows
Yeah.
where they have their moments that are clip worthy, but then
Speaking of shows that are getting more, I think Fairly Odd Parents is getting another reboot.
Yeah, another one after the
It
last
is.
one. Like,
Oh
oh
failed.
my gosh.
like a clip
Nostalgia
leaked
Critic
and
Bubble
like they
Bath,
got rid
yeah.
of Timmy wholesale.
No, I saw an image
Timmy
of Timmy as
I thought
like,
his
the
name was
bus
Timmy
driver.
Turner.
All right,
Okay.
you got that
I like
one.
the art style of
Yeah,
the
they
new
just
one.
got rid of him.
It looks good.
I heard. Oh, you know what? Sam showed me the theme song for the new Fairly Odd Parents show, and I thought it sounded terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the
don't
art
think,
style.
like.
You know what they
it
should
just
bring
made
back?
me very sad.
They should bring back Jimmy Neutron with the really bad CGI from Planet Sheen. Because that show looks so bad.
I forgot about Planet Sheen.
It was
I
so
don't want
bad.
to think about Planet Sheen.
I want to get my favorite
Carl
gift
into
from
an
it.
airplane.
Yes, exactly. The best thing that was like in the open. See if I can find it. Oh no,
Wow.
it's giving me. Oh, there it is.
There's really like this was a conversation I was actually having with a friend just the other night. There's this weird thing that happens to TV shows a lot where they start out so good because it's so clear that the people that create the show and start it off, they make the pilot, they make the first season or whatever, they're like really into it and they're committed, they're passionate about it, and it shows.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the show goes on to become successful and like commercially successful and everything, it takes a nosedive because those people who started the show, who made it what it was to begin with, tend to not stick around throughout the rest of their lifetime. So that's what happened to SpongeBob, right? Like they changed up the writing team,
Yeah.
I think, after the first 3 seasons or after the movie came
after
out.
the movie. Yeah.
And then that, the quality of the show started to kind of fluctuate from then on to a lot of people. And then now it's kind of like this show where, it just has its moments, but it relies on more like gross out humor, random humor, just all kinds of weirdness instead of what it was, where it was a lot of, it used to be very clever with its humor. And there would be like some goofy moments or whatever, but it had heart. And there was a lot of reason for it. It all was done intentionally, whereas now it's just kind of like they're trying to
Fun and
appeal to the
random.
new, I guess like that rapid fixation thing. Like I need something,
Titans go.
Dopamine hit.
that short attention span type of crowd that we have nowadays, and with a lot of kids.
Thank you, TikTok and Vine.
You know
Yeah,
what was
yeah.
great though? Gravity Falls.
Yes.
Because
was
that
good.
had an ending and they stuck to it.
See, and that was the point I was going to bring up. Thank
Yeah.
you for that, because Gravity Falls, it had an ending.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these
Great.
shows need to end sooner.
I would have
Yeah.
loved
Yeah.
to see more Gravity Falls, don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that it had a
It had a
defined ending
nice
and didn't,
thing.
you know.
And yeah, I think
Died
that's
a
what's
hero.
important. Yeah. I mean,
People are
they're-
terrified of ending, and cynically, I know why. It's because if the product ends, it stops making money, But like, there's obviously the age-old adage of like, when you commercialize, it takes away from the artistry.
So,
I wish more things went out on top.
well,
are you saying
Speaking of, y'all seen the trailer for the second Megamind movie?
yeah.
What,
I have
Eljay?
not. I'm
Matt, so
scared.
you saying you're open to endings? You're
Within
open to
reason,
ending things? Are you?
if there's no more fun to be had.
Which is
new-
why
Okay, there it
Bionicle
is.
needs to stay
Yeah,
dead.
it never comes back. Yes.
Bionicle needs to stay dead forever.
Why must
If there was an
Like,
idea that could bring it back, that was worth bringing it back, I believe it should come back. If not, but see, the sad part is the damage is done because Bionicle going out on a high note already happened. Love it or hate it, it was
Did it?
still like
I don't
pretty
know
good by
about
the
it
end.
going out
I
going
don't
out
know.
on a high
I'd call
note.
that a high note. Like,
It
Yeah.
never
Especially with how much
nosedived
fun it involves.
into terrible quality, especially relatively speaking. That's the big point. Compare it to its contemporaries and compare it to other Lego themes, and especially compare it to G2. 09 and 2010 were fine. They were fine. But sadly, they already botched that and brought it back, and now here we are.
sets were too good for what happened to them.
Yeah, it's a shame really when like something good gets so big that it is too big for its own good, I suppose, if that makes
collapses.
sense. And
Yeah.
it just like it collapses under the weight of its success. And I feel like we're gonna see that happen again pretty soon. This is why it's been on my mind. We're gonna see that happen pretty soon with the new Avatar show that's coming out.
Oh,
soon.
God.
I really don't know
no,
what
no,
to
no,
think
no,
about
no,
that.
no, no.
Okay.
First. So here's the thing. I got that picture. I will talk about it. We need to finish talking about the gold mask. We never finished talking
Okay,
about the
okay,
gold
fine.
mask.
Well,
Yeah.
You derailed us to talk about friggin' Nickelodeon. No one cares about Nickelodeon. It's 2024. No one's
just
friggin-
because you didn't watch TV doesn't mean
Dude,
that
I
nobody
watched
else
TV.
watched
I watched
TV.
a lot of TV, Ven.
Animal
Okay, I
Planet.
grew up on the
Animal
Animal
Planet.
Planet.
Yeah, all you
watched
watched
Animal
was
Planet
Animal
too,
Planet.
LJ.
And I
right?
grew
Talk
up
about
on the
Animal
listen
Planet.
Animal Planet, the History Channel, the
LJ,
Discovery
I can't
Channel.
believe you.
So did I.
You are now derailing the podcast to talk about Animal Planet.
I'm gonna derail
That's
your
so please-
face in a second here.
please
We're gonna
talk
talk
more
about
about
this
this.
gold
Whoa,
mask.
whoa.
14 karat gold
Alright.
how. I can't believe this, man.
Okay.
The reason we
Audience,
have
if you
to
think
finish
this
the
is bad, wait till you hear what
conversation-
he says behind the scenes. It's horrible.
Oh my
the
god!
reason we
I'm
have
gonna
to
start
finish
more
the
rumors.
conversation is because there are updates, and I don't
Okay.
want people, leaving this spreading misinformation.
Yeah.
So today it was brought to our attention by Swirt over on Biosector 01. He messaged both me and LJ about it, that there were some interesting posts made on Reddit. And I'm gonna read one right now from a user named and I can't even pronounce it.
Meso? Remember, just
Yes.
be careful when you're reading this.
So do you want me to read it?
You use it.
Oh, I
no.
get you, LJ. I know what you're.
Oh.
I got you.
Oh no.
From Anxious Alea. I don't know. I'm sorry, I botched the name. Says I was the one who listed this item. It actually flew underneath both me and my boss's radar. We get lots of donations of fine jewelry and the like. This one came from donations in State College, Pennsylvania. Originally, it was posted for $14, if I remember correctly, because neither me or my boss knew what it was, and she missed it during her tests, since I usually do not list the fine jewelry. And it at first was posted as gold tone. Some guy called the store and asked if he could buy it for $100, which piqued my boss's interest. But she still think too much of it and looked at it, didn't see anything either. Had a weird wording. When I looked it up before listing it, I saw another similar item worth $25K or so. I don't know what that would have been, but disregarded that it was the same piece because, again, my boss goes through every piece I get before giving it to me. So I thought it was more so one of the replicas or something. The guy called again and offered more, and at that point she decided to genuinely test it. And yeah, it was real gold. We were all watching the bids all week about it, and it's absolutely insane. Keep in mind, this ended up in a small little shop Goodwill warehouse. It's wild to even get something like that where I work/live, let alone see it on Reddit. I believe when the item is packed and ready to ship, they'll be recording it since nothing like this happens at our specific branch. So that's the origin story of the listing and why it got on Shop Goodwill to answer the prior question. Here's the more important bit of the story. It's probably not real, which, let's be honest, we all could reasonably surmise as much, because if you look at the bidding history, it randomly jumps from like 5,000 to 33,000.
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
you know, anyone could reasonably look at that and be like, "There's probably something sus going on."
Well, maybe somebody really wanted that mask, Meso. Maybe
So-
they just really wanted a
Okay,
guarantee.
when you say
Maybe.
it's not real, what are you talking about? There are a lot of things here that could be fake.
Yeah. So this is also from the same user, from Anxious Eljay. We also discovered that the account has a fake address and name registered. So it was most likely a scam, sadly. Forgot to add that in. My boss contacted the bidder of 6,500 and offered it to them, since they would technically have been the winner, but they were no longer interested. My boss did say today, however, which I may have misheard and don't necessarily agree with, that she was told when they relist it, the starting bid will be $6,000.
Nobody's.
If you or any others have any experience / rough ideas of what it's genuinely worth, please let me know and I will pass it on. So we are getting a relisting, which is
Round
going to
two.
go up once again. And I don't know, 6,000. I mean, that seems high to me, but it's not as outrageous considering we do have precedent of one selling before for, what did you say,
The thing-
4,000?
3,000.
3,000? Oh, that
I
is
think
still a pretty big jump.
I think the issue with 6,000 though is that's where the last legitimate bid ended at. You know, why would you start it at whatever the highest person interested at the time wanted to even pay for it? I'd say starting it at $1,000 would probably be the best bet.
Well,
Yeah.
and here's why that's not going to happen though. It's because there were people on the shop goodwill listing who were willing to pay up to 6,500
Yeah, I see it
according
here.
to this
Allegedly.
person.
Yeah.
Allegedly, but
Well, the last legitimate bid was 6,500. You can pull up the full history of it, and then it was just a back and forth between somebody that
Right.
starts with M, ends with N, and somebody starts with M, ends with R.
Does anybody have the post for it? Because I'm curious. Because it
Goodwill
seems
post?
weird that it jumps that quick.
Let me
like,
here, let me DM it to you.
the thing should not have bounced
Yeah, no, yeah, that's
Like,
the when Mesa was talking. I pulled it up.
28,000 in
Thank
the
you,
middle
Leo.
of it.
I'll post it on the. I sent it to DM them. Stupid.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
it was somebody just screwing with the listing. Now, the sad part is it worth that? No, especially like that's a 50%. No, that's a double price jump from the last purchase known of the item. But if people are willing to pay it, it's gonna sell for that
okay.
price, and then its market
If
value
you-
will adjust.
If you pull up the bid, there's like one guy who kept bidding on it until they got it over the threshold. Somebody with C2, and then somebody with CN came in and took the bid off them.
We love
really
drama.
weird.
Oh, I see.
Bidding wars, bidding drama.
The fact it started at $14 is so funny to me because okay, so when shop I've known about Shop Goodwill for a couple years now. I got a lot of rahi off of it. I got a
Epic.
big box of them for like $50, and then I sold whatever Takanuba's speeder thing is called. I don't even remember the name of it.
Usanui.
Yeah, that thing. I sold it to Omega, so like pretty much broke even.
Nice.
I got complete what do they call Tarakavas and all that from that. So it's a pretty good site. Shipping is painful.
Fair
But
enough.
just seeing this, that's a good website if you want to try to fight with people to get a Bionicle, like bulk Bionicle pieces. Just know that if people see something valuable, you're going to be paying a pretty penny because
Like this.
yeah. Well, this is like an exception. guess.
Here's why I think this probably is gonna go back up for 6,000, and it's probably gonna sell for 6,000, if not more. There's one reason why I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. Hey LJ, how much is the trans blue mask of
Oh my
water
God.
worth?
Well,
Some change, really.
so the last one I saw sell was in the ballpark of 2,500, but it is currently listed for about $3,000.
I want to throw up.
And I wanna just reiterate for anyone who doesn't know what
That's not
is.
even made of any metal.
Yeah, it's just plastic.
So yeah, the cheapest
is-
one, the cheapest mask of water online right now is approximately $2,800. The next
I'll give you
cheapest,
$30.
Man, that looks like you can chew on it.
the next cheapest one is $3,500,
I mean, you can.
and the most expensive one listed on Bricklink is $48,000.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
mean,
not bad.
4,800.
Sorry, yes, my bad.
48,000.
You're
Wow, more than this. How?
So it's been a few years, and some people here weren't, here for it, like Mary. This was a mask released as part of the Lego Inside Tour program, where they basically take certain people in for like a tour of their facilities. 200 of them were made, and people who went on the tour received this mask. LJ has one.
Whoops.
Can I chew on it?
No,
Wait, what?
Scrumptious.
Since when?
I've had one since 2016 ish.
You want to tell the rest of the class
Um,
the killer deal you got?
I do not remember this.
I don't know if I've ever actually publicly disclosed how much I paid for mine.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
You
So-
bought it?
Yeah, I
You
bought
didn't
it.
pay that much, I'll tell you that.
You nasty.
Well,
Ugh.
gotta-
Yeah, for $48,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Small
I mean,
loan of
I'll tell you what,
$48,000.
it was it was more than $100, and it was less than $200 is what I purchased
All right,
online
fair
for.
enough.
He paid 150.
Cool.
So here's the thing.
I should have done the same thing.
Man.
Now that-
This
And
is
see, that's the funny
just
thing.
plastic.
It was actually offered to us by a listener in an email.
Yeah.
And VAR was
Oh.
originally in talks to buy it, or to receive it rather, and then he bowed out, and I swooped in, and
Ah,
bought it
man.
instead.
Wow.
I wish I could have swooped in.
Do you still have it in the packaging and all that, or just the mask?
Yeah, no, I got it.
Now
Pack-
I- yeah,
you
man,
can get
like-
it off LJ for $48,000.
packaging and everything, and yeah, Zach, listen, if you got $3,000 right now, I'll
I
sell it.
am not giving you $3,000 for a piece of plastic. I could
I'll
recreate
I'll
for
buy it from you
25
right
bucks
now
in a
for the
Hobby
price
Lobby.
you originally paid for it.
That's a shame
price
because it's
of a
not for
pencil.
sale for that price.
Yeah. So
All
here's
right.
the thing. Here's the
I'll
thing.
just
Here's the
I'll
thing.
just come steal it.
I agree.
Whatever
it.
your thoughts on that are, because we've certainly had a bunch of different thoughts, and LJ and I have debated the value of this piece relative to other pieces of Bionicle memorabilia for many years. And I fully stand by my belief that the price for this thing is ludicrous. That's neither here nor there. The price exists, and people are willing to pay it, at least up to $2,500. That much we know of. So these 200 of these exist, and they're literal plastic. 32 gold 14 karat gold house exist, and they're solid gold.
Mhm.
So it's not a stretch to me that by today's absurd standards that it could sell for 6,000.
How much
you know
did the G2 masks, the gold masks, sell for if they've sold?
They have not, to our knowledge. I don't think a gold mask from G2 has ever shown up on the secondhand market.
Huh.
It will eventually, and that'll be
It will.
fun.
That'll be on par with the Evoke, I feel. Well,
So
Yeah,
in
probably.
rarity.
back to the house super quick. Bottom line, the house real, right?
The
Like
house
it's
is
not,
real.
it's not like
100%
our
real, no
fake
fake.
listing.
I'm pretty sure it is real. There's no way to know, obviously, unless Lego comes in and like
Well,
certify.
they would have tested it if it's under a jewelry thing. They would have had somebody look at it if it's gold.
Well,
they-
just because it's real gold,
Yeah.
though.
Oh,
doesn't
like if it's-
Material, not
necessarily
the authenticity.
okay, but
Yeah.
why would somebody cast a cow made of gold other than like it's kind of
Sell
like,
it for a profit.
Material cost versus like collector's item cost.
but
If
they
it only
donated
cost
it.
like
Yeah.
500.
That wouldn't matter.
donation.
The
It's
fact
donated.
it was donated throws a wrinkle in the conspiracy theory of that. However, we have no way to know. We have to keep it with a grain of salt. However, I do believe one of the hallmarks, and this was being discussed earlier in the chat by Toby Ekazap and Big Lad Studios, which was the holes on the side that allow for a chain to be fed through it.
Nah, that can be
Those
faked.
are It can be faked, but that is, at the very least, you're not looking at someone who's just casting a gold how for fun. You're looking at someone who's deliberately trying to mimic the original, which also had the holes, complete with the box, which the originals did come in, which of course can be faked because it's a standard box. So either it's a very close to parody replica that was then donated to a random store, or it's real. And I don't get the logic in making a replica only to donate it. So I am team real.
Yeah, I'm with Messa on this.
Yeah,
one.
that's fair.
Whoops! Accidentally donated this cast gold
Whoops,
how I
oh.
made to Goodwill.
Dude,
I don't
know,
even
this-
get anything out of it.
It's like this one sells, and then like another 20 show up, and then another 20 after that, and then 100.
I mean, I guess the cause would be to get something donated to Goodwill, right? Like maybe it's for
I'm
maybe
really
somebody...
looking out for Goodwill. Wanna
Yeah,
help out this
exactly.
random
Like
store
somebody's
by-
looking out for Goodwill, trying to support their business. You know, get that thrift shopping going.
See if you
Yeah.
want
I don't know.
good prices though. Instead of Goodwill, you go to Bad Jack or something.
I mean, if that's the case,
Oh boy.
man.
Bad
But
faith,
now that
yeah.
I know what I know, is it possible to 3D print
Oh my god.
with gold?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
why
Oh.
wouldn't you be able to?
It can be done.
All right, Zach. Here's our next
There's metal
project.
3D printers.
Yeah.
First of all, Zach, here's what we're gonna do. Right, we're gonna find transparent blue filament.
See, I thought you were gonna lead with, "We're gonna find LJ and mug him for his."
We're gonna find a random
Three.
Goodwill.
That's a
step
little.
three.
That's a little bit harder. Doable, but a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But yeah, give me the filament, so I can 3D print these things now.
I have a question. So
And then
this
get
was
me
supposed
gold
to have-
filament.
This
Sorry,
was supposed
go
to have a
ahead.
chain in it, right?
Chain is gone.
Was Lego? Yeah, I know, but was Lego expecting like a kid to wear a solid gold how around his neck?
Well, so
Probably.
I would have.
first of
Dude,
all,
I
Around
absolutely
school
would.
like royalty.
I would still do that if I could.
100%.
Absolutely.
I'd wear
so-
that for special occasions.
So,
Oh yeah, that'd be like I'm going out to a classy place with my girl.
Yeah,
That's-
classy place, going on a date,
Nice
or
fur
like
coat.
you're going to a wedding. You're gonna.
Fur
I know,
coat.
as a
Move
kid,
on.
I would
That's a
save this
beaver
for my
pelt.
high school prom.
so that
With my bling.
Two things. One, abso-freaking. Okay, three things. One, absolutely. As a kid, I would wear this. Two,
Bionicle
this
bling.
the only 5 were, to our knowledge,
public.
handed out to the public. The others were employee gifts.
Yeah.
They
What kind
were
of
for
employee Did you have
adults.
to be to receive
Well,
that
what-
as a gift?
The,
No,
the
no.
ones that went out to the public, why were they given out?
Contests and prizes and stuff like that. The
Okay.
Also,
third thing,
this... never mind.
Andre Hurley, who owns the Platinum Evoke, he posted his wedding photo online, and he's wearing the Platinum Evoke. So like that.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Okay, that one. But that's a one.
I would do the same thing,
That was from a
man.
contest as well, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
the
there you
question
go.
I was gonna ask is, what made them think that doing a Bionicle mask was gonna be a good gift for the inside tour, the Lego inside tour? Wow, check out our whole like facility that's full of Lego bricks. By the way, do you happen to like Bionicles?
What else would you want? Like, do you want like a minifigure with the printed Lego
Well, that's the
duck
thing,
on it?
right? It's
Like,
I would think that they would.
They give him the
have
man who
something
fell
like
into
that.
a river in Lego City instead.
mhm.
I would
It's a
think
really
that
good
for that
It's
occasion
wet.
they would give you like an exclusive minifigure, like something that has broader appeal.
Well,
A
it's
Bionicle mask?
It's a really good question. I've wondered that for years, and I've also wondered in the context of the mask and what it is.
Mhm.
Obviously, it was the year it came back, so it was topically relevant in the company. That's why I imagine they did it. Not necessarily because it's super popular, but like it was one of the bigger launches for that year that was of significance. But also the fact that it's a transparent blue mask of water,
Trying
which
to match.
is
Yeah, it's
trying
a
to
callback
match
to the original
Dolly's
Dolly.
original mask.
What
Yeah.
if?
It was deliberately targeted to fans,
Well,
you know?
what if?
It was also
Yeah, it
probably
was
a test
made
material
with
because
that
they
del-
usually like make a bunch of When they make a
Yes.
new part, they make it in a bunch of different colors.
Yeah,
to
I mean,
test it
yeah,
out, so
I was about
they were
to
probably
say,
like, "Oh, we're already producing it in every color. Let's make a bunch of the translucent ones and then give them away when we do our tour."
they.
Well, that's the thing is like I'm very confused why they didn't save it for like because Bionicle's already kind of a niche theme as it is when it comes to just Lego, especially now when it comes to Lego, right?
Thank you, Lego. Very cool.
Like sure, it was popular back in the day, but Bionicle obviously there's a reason why they freaking canceled it again. So
Yeah.
the question I have in my mind is why didn't they save this for an actual Bionicle related promotion, something where the fans of Bionicle would actually have a chance to get this thing that they know Bionicle fans would want. Instead, they're giving it away during like a tour.
Well, they did something
I don't
cooler,
know.
man. They
So
did
then,
the solid
like-
gold masks for sending in a trash can picture.
No,
Yeah.
don't you dare.
Well, that's fine
No, it is
because
not.
again, no, it's fine because it's like at least they are trying to reach out to the Bionicle fan base in a way. Like they're giving access to the Bionicle they're giving access to that mask or that promotional item to a broader audience instead of it being like this super exclusive like if you're just like the average Bionicle fan, you're never going to get this.
Because
I mean,
'Cause
think
the-
about the
the
translucent mask of fire, right? That was a Comic-Con
That was a poly
exclusive,
bag.
wasn't it?
so
It was a
Oh,
Comic-Con
the white, the
exclusive.
translucent one, the white one, yeah.
Yeah.
Clear.
That was a Comic-Con exclusive, but also it's not like Comic-Con's inaccessible in that
No,
same
but like you don't know that like the Comic-Con is going to have a one-of-a-kind Bionicle piece there until people start posting pictures online, and at that point it's like, oh, let me just fly all the way across the United States to go pick up one.
I mean, that's still more
Lego piece,
feasible
you know?
than going to this inside tour. I
Yeah,
didn't even
you
know
have to
that
be
thing
invited
was a
to, yeah.
exactly. You have to be. It's a private event.
So it's it not only that, to actually like be a part of the inside tour, you have to purchase tickets, and though the ticket itself is thousands.
Right.
Oh, I see. So
It is
it
not
pays for
a
itself now.
Comic-Con.
Gotcha.
like,
Hey,
event.
So all of a
It does
sudden the
pay for
selling price
itself.
makes
Do you
sense.
need to break even on your trip? You're given about 10 years.
Yeah.
Get $48,000.
Some real things.
I'm seeing a few comments in the YouTube chat. By the way, 41 viewers. Thank you guys for joining.
Thank you
40.
guys.
Somebody just
Woo!
left, but it's a good crowd. A few people are asking like about the mask, talk about the mask, etc. We talked about it a few minutes ago, but just in case you're joining late, the 33,000 bid was actually not legitimate according to the seller of the listing or the person who found it on Reddit. It will be relisted.
Now,
The mask is
So-
real as far as
Yeah, as
the
far as
mask
we're
itself
aware.
is actual.
The One
Piece is well-
real.
the one gold mask piece.
We'll issue like an update video at some point soon. I just can't do it today. I'm too tired.
Eldridge
Yeah,
being run
this guy
ragged.
was like
That's Jay.
derailing the conversation earlier, talking
Yeah,
about
man.
Animal
Mr.
Planet.
Meaty and
I will-
Nickelodeon.
I will straight up fight you, Ben.
LJ are just really passionate about Nickelodeon for some reason.
Yeah, 'cause he
I
grew
will
up
go
with
to
it, man.
war with you guys.
all right.
Speaking of,
a super chat from Dellerin Plays, another one, another $5. If you're looking to buy that mask from LJ, you could try raiding the Meso New Couch Fund. Don't remember how much was in there though. Not enough to get me a new couch. I still don't have one.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
But
that's
do
it.
you
You're
have
a
space for a new
mook.
couch?
No.
still not
And
seeing
my-
a dime from that fund, by the way.
And my desk is collapsing.
Okay,
Well,
it was
that's not what we're
collapsing
starting
last
a
buying a
time.
new desk until you move. So
Yeah, I'm trying
That's
to
on
hold
you,
off
buddy.
on buying new furnishings until I move. That is my
Coward.
Do you have an estimate for moving?
goal. Yeah, next year,
Okay.
hopefully.
Okay,
Early
so I
next
can
year.
still visit you. Cool.
Yeah.
I will.
Realistically, I won't be moving out of the city, or at least
Okay.
not out of the state. More like Mary will be coming over here.
home based.
That is the goal, anyway.
All goes well.
All goes
I'm
well.
gonna crash into your front door one day, and you're not gonna know.
You're gonna crash into
Oh.
my
Well,
front
and
door.
It sounds pretty
Yeah.
premeditated. I think there are ways to
Gonna
know.
just break into your
What are you gonna
home.
do? You can't stop a car coming in at like, 80 miles per hour.
Leo, please don't run a car.
I'm gonna break into your home.
Yeah, don't do that.
Not for
Watch me drink all
anything
your
that I
Pepsi.
want in your home, but just so that I could practice for breaking into LJ's home
Exactly. Good
and
point.
taking his mask.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then I eat
listen,
it.
I have a lot of masks, okay? Because you also
Okay,
have the
so-
You
opportunity
can
to
part with
take.
the one.
You've seen the Miru in person.
I don't want that.
Okay.
Bro.
We're men of singular purpose.
I want the pretty blue little mask, LJ. I don't want your big human sweaty mask.
Big human sweaty man.
He stepped away from
Me
it.
Yeah,
want
that dude wears a
factory tour
ski
Jolly
mask. He wears
Rancher.
a ski mask under that mask. You swear he's not getting a drop of sweat all over that thing?
Wasn't
Good
that the
point.
original one? I thought the newer one didn't have that anymore.
Good
Yeah, that was to
question.
hide his face. That was the face camouflage mask.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
do you think LJ washes his mask? No, he doesn't.
No.
No, that's a good point.
No, he doesn't. He's a nasty boy.
In the shower with
Sweaty
He
it.
doesn't
Miru.
wash his mask.
The
Sweaty
Miru
Miru,
is a
sweaty
sweaty
Miru.
mask.
Look, now he's leaving. He
He's
just
been
got.
gone. What do you mean? He's been gone for like a couple of 2 minutes.
Oh
He's
yeah,
been gone
that's right.
for exactly 1 minute, Leo. I don't know
Eh,
what you're talking about.
couple seconds. Shut up. Shut
Anyway,
up. Shut up.
I have a point
So-
to make about the mask before we move on from it, but I
Oh,
kind of want
no.
LJ here so he'll argue with me.
Okay. So,
So,
now
in the meantime-
I'll
Intermission,
argue with you.
guys.
I'll argue with you. How about that?
You'll argue with me? Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
Um,
Come on.
So it was a question asked by let's see. Where's the comment? Where's the comment? Everett Whitaker says, "Okay, philosophy time.
oh no.
If a replica / forgery is
Oh, no.
genuinely this close to the original, at what point is there even a real point to making genuine distinctions as to its value?" And then Takuma aptly replied, "That has to do with Aristotelian metaphysics." Everett.
I was gonna say this sounds like the topic of Blade Runner, but that's just
And
me.
then Everett clarified, he says, "I still think it might be worthwhile to think about, should this happen to be a replica?" Here's
I'm- like-
it's not to get too esoteric with it, but what I
Ooh,
posit,
big word from Meso.
Big word, big word, big word.
what I posit, and what I have
Esoteric.
always posited is basically that any value put onto such a thing is purely based on the fandom it's a part of
Mhm,
and how much intrinsic value there is to such a thing.
mhm.
And that's very vague, that's very insubstantial, and honestly, it will vary person to person. I consider myself a relatively high affinity Bionicle fan. I am on a Bionicle podcast. I've been
High
on a
affinity.
Bionicle podcast for 15
affinity.
years. You know, I like all the nuances of the fandom. I've purchased the products, and I have a lot of great respect for collectibles. I have friends who have a lot of collectibles.
Wrong counter argument.
The
Prove it.
moment,
Name
the
all
moment that
collectibles.
the moment that Socket Ball, the moment that Socket Ball releases a resin replica of the Trans Blue Mask of Water, that mask's price will drop.
It. mm.
Or at the
Okay.
very least, it
It
will
won't
never
drop.
sell for anywhere close to the amount it's selling for.
Okay,
That's a
ever
very
again.
good point. I
The-
could just
There's
ask him.
there's issues with that. Is I feel people will then start paying for the packaging. You know, like no matter what, people will find value in the original. There's replica cartridges
Sure.
of old video
Right,
games.
and that's
and
always
replica
interesting
minifigures.
because
But-
it's
Because
this
there
is-
there is a contingent of the fandom that does put value on authenticity, but
To
it's
argue
purely in their own heads.
To argue that it's not worthwhile to compare between the authentic one versus the replica, you might as well just take another step back and say, well, what difference does it make if you have the same amount of gold in a shape of a lump versus the shape of a mask? It's the same
Yeah.
gold. There's value on
True.
various things. The
Mhm.
authenticity
The
is something that can
authenticity
be
is
paid
very
for.
big to
It is a metaphysical property of the object.
It's kind of like why
yeah.
people will buy like jewelry that has like dinosaur bone in it or like meteorite metals in it.
Yeah.
That stuff's
Yeah,
cool,
that's
though.
true. So
That's
The-
cool, though.
the value
mean-
comes from a lot from where it's
Just- we
originated.
could-
What
You can
forms it,
buy
you
a
know?
ring from a place called Manly Bands that has both meteorite and dinosaur bone, and it's called the Showdown.
You can choose. You can
I've
chew on it.
actually
Cool.
I've looked
I'm
at
sorry.
that one. I've looked
Oh,
at
yeah?
that one.
It's cool. It's hard.
It's nice. They're nice. They're nice looking.
I mean, you don't even have to just think about
Yeah.
metals. I mean, paintings. There's
Paintings
the original
too, yeah,
super
paintings.
expensive painting, and there's
Or
like
going back to
replicated
what we
perfectly.
talked about earlier, trading cards.
I hate trading cards, and I have a lot of trading cards, and I hate them all.
There's so many, like, there's multiple prints of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and they all have various values depending on
They've
which
reprinted
one it is and where it
base
came
at
from,
one Charizard,
what
like
art
50
is on it, yeah, what kind of foil is it.
But
There's
like
so
I
many
said,
things, so many
that
variables.
it will always exist. It's never going to go away. I think we should normalize and encourage not caring about it, especially in fandoms where replicability is the only self-sustaining form of new content. So to put another way, in Bionicle, why would anyone ever in their right mind consider paying $2,500 for a trans blue mask of water? Not to undercut your one day potential maybe resale value,
Thanks.
Eljay. I'm
Thanks,
sorry.
guys.
Because
Nah,
some people
thanks, I
have more
appreciate
dollars than cents.
Yeah,
I'm just
some
saying,
people have more
LJ,
dollars
stock
than
plummeting
others.
right now.
If I can get it for $30 from Socket Ball or a Socket Ball Contemporary, and it's not visually distinguishable to be different, I think we should drastically encourage just don't care. And
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
people
I mean,
will still
sure.
care.
I will
I-
cry
I-
real
although-
tears
although
if
you
Socket
say
does
that,
like a super limited
but
run of
people-
that
It-
mask.
He will.
He will eventually.
He does limited runs of every mask. He doesn't.
I talked with
it's
him
gonna
last
vary so
Brick
much.
Fair, and I was like, "Look, man, you gotta let me know when you do that." And he said, "Hey, I started this whole mask making thing so that I could get good enough to the point where I could eventually do that mask, especially." I said, "Well, I mean, hey, if you're gonna do it anytime soon, feel free to let me know." And he said, "I'm thinking about it. I'm
I
thinking about
still want someone to make me Bionicle cookie cutters. Like, please let me pay you.
I'll do it.
it. I'll do it."
That would be epic.
Just
And this
as
ties
long as
back
they're
to a
food safe.
discussion that LJ and I have had many years ago, which is topically relevant now. And it was the Mask of Water versus the G2 art book kind of debate. And overwhelmingly, the market proved LJ correct.
Yeah,
because
I
LJ
know.
was saying
I
that
know
the
it
mask is not. I'm just saying, you credit where credit is due.
Thank you.
The mask is more valuable. I don't know that an art book has even shown up on eBay anytime in the recent past. It's a very limited selection. But in my mind, the art book literally exists for free. You can literally read it on BS01. But at that same time, it's a physical item that was composited and bound that, who's going to... How should I put this?
Who's gonna
Mask
bind it
replicas-
themselves?
Yeah, that. Mask replicas are more common than custom bindings of art books. In my mind, the effort that it would take to get a replica art book is much higher, and the quantity of the art books that we know of was much scarcer. In my eyes, it would make sense for those to be more expensive, but that's not true.
So, do you mind if I make a counter argument to this?
By
This
all
whole
means.
thing? So first of all, to clarify, I appreciate you saying that, acknowledging that the market did prove my stance correct, because you weren't the only one making this argument. I think you and VAR made this argument, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
It's a Lego piece, and Lego pieces will almost always go for more and be valued much higher than any other Lego memorabilia.
Yeah, man. All I gotta do is think about that freaking Spider-Man PS4 minifig that they came out with in Comic-Con and cry. I just
Exactly.
gotta cry about it.
Friggin' Duck Bricks the other day, he released a video going over the Amazing Spider-Man 2 SDCC minifigure.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
another
that one
Yeah.
too. That one too.
He said he didn't disclose how much he paid for it, but it was nearing 15,000. So like,
My God.
For a minifigure,
Jeez
man.
Louise.
What?
yeah. So and
The
that's
value
that's
that
not
people place on these pieces of
it
plastic.
wasn't
Man.
wasn't that. He said it was less than that. Apparently he got like
14,999.
but
Do
anyway,
not let it
so
pass
Mike,
the platinum of Monkey.
I actually think that when Socket Ball, when Socket Ball is able to replicate masks like the trans blue mask of water. I think that the cost for the trans blue mask of waters, the legitimate ones, will go up. I do not think that they will drop.
Yes.
Because specifically for the same reason that even if I went through the process of casting a 24 karat gold How with the holes in the side and I bought a chain for it, it is still not an original, authentic 24 karat gold How made by Lego. And
But the other thing to consider too is when it comes to Socket Ball's replica, it's also not even going to be the same quality. It's going to be made of resin. It's not going to be Lego's specialized
Injection molded ABS.
Yeah, the ABS plastic that they use.
Like it'll be very close to it, and it'll be
close to it, but it's going to be
quality.
intrinsically different and more fragile too.
Yep.
Let me re-clarify.
Okay.
I don't think that necessarily the listings that are the price set by the listings will go down, but I do think you'll see a dramatically less frequent purchase of said listing.
I mean, probably.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
because like some people just want.
Already scarce?
They are.
Some
doesn't
people,
matter, then.
like myself and Zach, don't really care about the details. We just want the pretty looking mask.
Exactly. Me as well.
No, and I get that.
So-
and I don't think there's anything
people that-
wrong with wanting the original or wanting a replica. Like, they're still good. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like, hey,
Nothing is philosophically wrong, but it can be very self-destructive to your wallets.
absolutely. And you know what? I've had one person. There has only been one person right now that I've considered selling the mask to. And it wouldn't be for that high of a price. It wouldn't be for like $3,000, but it would be costly because it would be Andre Hurley's prototype Liwamata.
Ooh.
Like straight up a prototype, like akin to the ones that like Alistair Swinnerton has. I would trade that in with some money, of course, for that.
Would he be willing?
He's not. He's not willing.
He already tried.
Yes, I did already try because I've held the Platinum Avoki. Like, I went to his place. I've helped.
LJ
Big
licked
shot,
me.
LJ.
But no, he has a straight up prototype Liwa, and like, I said, hey, you know what? You can have my Mask of Water for this, and he's like, no, because he's trying to get all the prototype Toamata, and he has
LJ,
half of them.
Give me a week and some green filament, lime green filament. I got you. with
It's
You're gonna
the
what?
prototype
Make a
Liwa.
prototype Liu?
I will make
Yeah,
you.
I mean,
a
what's
prototype
the
Liwa.
difference gonna be by the end of it?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
LJ, what are
easy.
the distinctions exactly on the prototype versus the one we got in retail?
Chin
The
numbers.
chin, is that literally it?
No,
It's
no.
got some stubble.
So yeah,
He didn't shave.
it is the mask. It's, I believe, the torso, the eye
The
stalk.
axe is different too.
The eye stalk sits
Okay.
lower, and then yes, the axe is also different.
Okay, but pretty much everything else. Okay, that's cool. That makes sense.
That's fair.
Got another super chat from Delrin Plays. Thank you. $5 says, "Ain't no way I'm selling my art book. I tell you what."
I tell you how what?
I would say the same, except for the fact that I already sold it
That's messed
to
up.
LJ,
Hello.
and then he sold it to Duckbird.
That is true. Duckbricks
Dang,
has my
that
copy.
sucks.
My copy.
No,
Does
It
anyone
was.
else in TTV still have an art book?
I think
yes.
VAR, right?
purple
Didn't-
technically.
Oh, VAR.
Yeah.
VAR and purple.
Oh yeah. Fair.
I'm
Um,
gonna see if one of them wants to give
it-
one up. I kind of want one.
oh
now.
gosh, I don't. I can't.
No,
but-
tell it.
no, I couldn't, dude. I can't.
I wonder where Purple got her book from.
It's such a funny thing.
I don't know if Purple wants that story told, so I'm gonna
Fair.
refrain.
See, I'm telling y'all the things that this man says behind the scenes.
Stop.
Oh my
Dude, you're
god.
gonna get me.
Ridiculous.
You're gonna get me canceled,
He's gonna get
You're gonna
fired
get
again?
yourself canceled.
dude.
An
Keeney tried to
official statement
cancel me.
regarding LJ Johnson.
Again.
I don't
Yes.
say.
Oh man.
Are we
Anyway.
done talking about?
Yeah, I
Mass?
mean that's basically
we-
all we got to say.
Alright.
We will update when it goes back live with a
Mhm.
new video /correction/update. But until then, that's all we got to say.
I have one more thing to say.
Yeah, what up?
Dang it.
I actually just remembered I have that Comic-Con exclusive Mask of Fire that's just transparent.
Yeah, I bought it from Brick Fair for like $2.
What?
I
the,
had
the
it.
whole poly bag. Yeah, you know, like dirt cheap.
Wait.
It's not
Oh,
possible.
polybag. Sorry. Wait.
No, not the poly
no,
bag.
not
I'm
the
talking
red
about.
one,
What-
not the orange
oh.
one. No, the
I'm
white
talking about
one.
the
no,
clear
I
one.
thought it. I mean, like I thought it was.
Well, I actually had
I
that
might be
too, but
confusing
that's
the
not
colors.
the one I'm
So,
trying
but
to
yeah,
gloat
yeah,
about.
no,
Yeah.
I know.
I'm
Yeah.
trying
I
to
had
gloat
it
about
because I
the-
went to New York Comic Con, but then I sold it for a paltry sum.
That was the thing I was gonna bring up.
Just-
I have one because one of you guys sent it to me from New York Comic Con that year,
Yeah.
and I used it on a mock. That was pretty dope.
Did we get you like a spare, or did we give you like one of ours?
I have
forget.
no idea.
So you guys,
At
you
this
guys, I
point-
do remember this. See, I don't know if she'll ever listen to this. See, AJ, I do remember things. Anyway,
Nice.
you guys were
She'll
all
not
given
watch
two. You
Oh,
all
yeah, we
had,
were.
Oh yeah.
You all had two
wow.
of them because one of them was it was New York Comic Con. The other was the private event at the Lego store where you got a sneak preview of the pieces.
What the heck
That's
happened to my second one? Maybe it was me who sent it to you then.
No,
You might have. You might have.
I only sold one.
It was
Are
me.
you
There
sure
was a
you
look.
just integrate in your closet?
You might
Messa?
have, and then that's where Venenax started.
So
honestly.
Meso,
that could have been it.
I actually think
That
you-
could have been his proposal to me. He proposed to me with the clear how.
Transparent.
Yes, LJ.
I actually think you gave me yours.
What?
What the
Because
heck?
you sent me a gold mask.
The
of jungle.
betrayal.
You sent me a gold mask of jungle, a green mask of jungle, and somehow I have that mask. I have the.
That would probably be it then.
I think it was you.
Oh
Well,
wow. Maybe
Give it
I have.
back. No, I'm kidding.
Maybe I have
Yeah.
the one from
Ah.
He Who Shall Not Be Named.
So actually, you might have his.
That's hilarious.
Man.
And Messilus,
Epic.
I mean, I will give it
Nah,
back.
my
to you.
headcanon is I got it from VAR.
No, I'm,
I got it
I'm-
from
I'm
VAR.
kidding.
I have VARs.
Here, I'll make you a deal. Like anytime you want to enjoy it, like see it and like mock with it, I'll send it to you. You just got to send it back.
You get what's the custody? No, it's like, is it custody?
The
You get it for the
LJ
weekend.
shared custody.
Visitation rights.
Send it across the country. You get a weekend and send them back.
I mean, that's fine by me, man. I feel
I
that way
still
about
have
your
custody
Bionicle
of
collection
LJ's
in general,
camera.
though.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
still have my camera, my nice one.
And I have for like over a year.
No, I mean that's why I'm never going to like. I don't really aspire to have a complete Bionicle collection, is because I hope to one day like live close enough to you, Elj, where we can like hang out,
Yep.
and then I can just pop over and see Bionicle
That's-
whenever I want.
Meso
Yeah.
wants play dates.
Bionic Hill.
Dude, it's gonna be
Yeah.
great because like eventually that'll happen, and you'll anytime you're like, man, I really wish I could check out like the Karzani set. Yeah, it's right over here.
What? So that's
Scopio.
I still to this day have not had a Manos battle with anyone, so we
Okay.
need to remedy that.
Dibs. I called dibs on
I
the first
actually ended
first
up-
fight.
Oh,
I
Messa,
ended up
I can
getting
bring
a
mine up
Manos
with me when I go
No,
out.
LJ called
$1.
dibs.
Okay,
So I've just
I'll
got,
leave my
like,
Manos at home.
I've got a.
You know, I
mouse
have a
brick
complete
sitting next to my
collection too.
Desk.
Epic.
I think I have most of all one. No, I don't have all the McTaurin yet. Bleh.
I have all of them. I have every single Bionicle set ever,
That's really
Yeah,
epic.
same.
except
And now
Wait,
Except
wait.
this one and this
What do you
one
mean
and this one and
accept?
this.
Accept what?
the playsets.
Oh, okay. That's okay. See,
Yeah,
the way I look at
I
it,
was gonna say those don't count.
the way I look at it, there are different levels to having a complete collection, and it's all dependent on the person, right? Like you can have a complete G1 construction collection. You got a complete collection as far as I'm concerned. You want to add the polybags to it? Cool, still complete. You want to add the system stuff? That's another level of complete. And then you have Andre Hurley, who unironically has a complete collection.
there you go.
Really the word you wanted there?
What's that?
Never mind. I'm just criticizing your grammar. That's all.
That's fair.
Oh, I love doing that. That's so fun.
You're criticizing LJ's grammar, but
Well-
all I heard from you just now is you ready to come there?
No.
Wow,
Go
man.
ahead.
No, that's really rude. You know what happened to me in the war.
Takuma, I guess it's good that LJ could care less about you criticizing his grammar.
Yeah.
He
very
could
funny.
care less.
Yeah, exactly.
Meso did it on purpose.
Wow.
Oh, I see.
Quality
That's good.
meter.
That's good. I
Imagine
like
he probably also engages in split infinitives, so who cares?
What?
that.
Epic.
Spit in
I-
what at him?
Split infinitives.
It's times like
So
these I'm
anyway.
reminded. I can speak English. I wouldn't say I know how.
You just bumble your way through it.
You speak of the English?
Okay,
Oh my gosh.
Mask.
And I think it's cool that you've been able to complete your collection. I think it's also cool you've been able to add to it through your own custom works. 'Cause
Thank
that's what
you.
you've been active with recently.
Yeah, that's been my new hobby as of 2 months ago.
Epic.
Sam got me as a surprise gift. She got me a 3D printer,
Nice.
and that has made so many dreams come true. Among those dreams, my own custom BIONICLE masks.
Yeah.
That's
love
been
it.
a lot of fun to do.
The
So
Vin
good.
workshop has been cranking out the heavy hitters recently.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
been
really
fun.
cool to see.
I've been using it not only for that, but for other little things like little practical uses. So just today, I fired her up in the morning to print out some key holders, so or key hangers, whatever, just something to throw my keys on the wall. And they're like a nice like hexagon design and all. I don't have a picture of it, but it's like one of those things I've been needing for a while and then never just got around to doing. And then I'd browse online to see what people use 3D printers for, get inspiration. I saw that, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I want that. And so I printed it, and that's just been like the thing now.
You got
ever
the
since we
power.
cracked it open. Yeah, it's like I see something, I'm like, wow, that looks cool. I'm gonna print it now. And then on top of that, I've been learning how to do 3D modeling to make my own stuff, like my own masks. So that's also been a lot of fun.
It's very cool. You've been doing a lot of fun stuff behind the scenes. I don't know if it's quite ready to show off yet, but
Oh well, I
You
put
made
a
your
picture
own,
up, so
yeah, I mean the picture that's the one Vin wanted to share, but
okay.
he's also made actually wait, no, yeah, this is I'm stupid, Vin. I forgot you put the Miru in the picture. I was talking
Yeah.
about the Miru. Your own custom not bad Miru design.
Yeah, like I made my own original Miru design with guidance from you guys. That was a fun little collaborative process, I think.
It's so good.
You
I
know,
haven't.
getting LJ's input was really satisfying.
I haven't remarked on the final version that you've made, just because I've been busy. But it looks stellar. Like it's a really
Thank you.
really great Miru design. I have such a bone to pick with so many of these like custom adaptive armor mask designs that a lot of people make, and I just this one is so much better than those.
Thank you. That means a lot because I actually like those designs.
I am
I almost wanted to print one of those designs, and then, like I told you guys in our chat, I was going to print one for my own Liwa mock. I haven't mocked in so long. I haven't made like any Bionicle stuff in so long, but I've been kind of itching now that I have the 3D printer, and I'm glad that I opted to not do that and make this instead because yeah, I like it. I'm proud of the design. And I'm glad that you guys like it too.
this how,
And
on
the
other
process of
hand?
making it was really fun.
This how is garbage.
The how,
No,
yeah.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
So
Did you do
why
that?
you gotta do me like that, man?
that was a collaboration between me and Zach. He designed the how. That's why it looks like garbage. But
Man.
no, that was, in all seriousness, that was a lot of fun to do because he's had those sketches for ages of this custom how he's been wanting to do, and I was like, dude, you just
Man, I drew that in the airport when we were sitting at the Starbucks when you guys were all waiting to link up with each
No
other at
way.
like the big
That's
TTV
awesome.
meetup.
What?
I was sitting
Yeah.
at the Starbucks just chilling with you guys, and I drew that design.
That's so cool, dude. I did not know that. Because I've had you send this to me multiple times for other reasons. So it was just cool to finally have this realized because, for one thing, I'm very happy to make you happy, you know,
Aw.
making this thing fully realized because it's kind of like we're our dreams are blending together
You're
in a
having
way.
a
Like
child.
I've always wanted to make my own masks, and then here you are with a mask you've always wanted to make, and it's like, okay, cool, we're working together, we're making this happen, and it
Heck
turned
yeah.
out great, and it's been a big learning process for me too. So now I'm like, I want to make a whole bunch of other stuff. Like I want to make a bunch of new designs, and I don't know, just whatever comes to mind for my own mocks. I actually tried printing out like CCBS parts the other day because as I've seen on Reddit, and we talked about this briefly in passing, someone on Reddit actually 3D printed a full Bionicle
yeah.
mock. And I guess they just 3D printed all the parts for it, put it together, and from afar you could not tell that it was 3D printed. It looked like just a legit Lego build. So I was like, you know, I wonder if I could pull that off, and I kind of did. I started with some small like CCBS bones, and they click together pretty well, and they work really well with the official designs. I think all I got to do is sand it down, and it's good to go, really. But I'm like, man, the possibilities of this are endless. It's been a very fun hobby.
Heck yeah.
I'm excited.
I for one love it.
Yeah, I might. I've been contemplating on like doing a little Etsy shop to sell some prints, especially if I'm doing like my own custom Bionicle parts. And it's like, oh, I can kind of share my designs with the community. Like that Miru, like I'm very happy with it. If people like it, I wouldn't mind like selling it.
The Miru is really solid. Like there've been a lot of custom Mirus and a lot of good custom Mirus, but you know, I'm no Miru aficionado.
I am.
I'm not Mr. Mangosteen over here, but it's very difficult to make a Miru look good IMO
Yes.
because when you try to take reference from any of them, like they're all so radically different, it's hard to combine them in a way that makes sense. The Miru Nuvo was such a radical departure, Fantoko one even more so, G2 even more so. It's difficult, but you managed to weave in like semblances of the G2 one, the original, and even like some Miru Nuva-esque things too. Like it's really good.
Yeah, thank you. I was originally gonna try to do more of a Miru Nuva design, but then I started thinking about, well, what's my mock gonna look like? And the mock I had in mind that this mask would go to would not really take that much from the Nuva design at all. So that I ended up pulling more from the G2 mask and the original, and then some of whatever in between. You know, you might be able to pick apart any piece of it and identify like the different Mirus in it, like that little circle part in the middle that comes from the Fantoka Mirus. The vents and their placements also kind of come from those, and the G2 masks. Just a lot of other stuff. It was fun, like really thinking about it, and it was also just a very satisfying way of flexing the 3D skills that I've been working on lately. You know, 3D modeling has been like my new thing for the past few months. Trying to make my own animations happen, flex into 3D game design too.
Heck
Speaking of
yeah!
Game design. There's another picture Messa gave me. Did you want to talk about that at all? It's a sprite.
Yeah, sure. While we're here, one of the
Plug your
games-
stuff.
Yeah,
Plug
Plug
your
your
take
stuff.
this
stuff.
opportunity to go ahead and
Plug
plug
your-
one of my projects here. It's called Dragon Fruit: A Mother's Love. It is not my creation. It is a project that I have been brought on to for basically the entirety of the past year. The two developers behind it have been so passionate, so fun to work with, very supportive of me as like a full-time freelance artist slash game dev. It's been a real pleasure working on the project. Oh, that one that you're putting up, LJ, is another
Oh,
game
whoops.
Um,
Sorry.
that I have been working on. That's fine. So I can go ahead and mention this, that I've been working on mainly working on two big projects. So Dragon Fruit is one of them. This other one that you're showing is going to be a game called Blaster Boy. Unfortunately, there's no like page for it yet. All I can share really is just the name of it and the premise of it, which is a brawler. So it's going to be a 2D brawler similar to Smash. That's going to be fun once it comes out. All I can really share is the name and then this artwork that I made for it. And then back to Dragon Fruit, that's the other thing that's going to be an RPG. There's a demo out for that now, featuring some of the work that I've done for it, which is just like artwork, character animations, that sort of thing. Nothing under the hood, so to speak. Again, I've just been doing all the visual stuff. But it's been a fun project. I'm really excited for that one to come out. It's been so close to completion. And I have a lot of faith that when it does come out that people will like it and enjoy it.
Heck yeah, man.
We love that. One's more like a Fire Emblem type of game. So if people are into Fire Emblem, you'll enjoy that.
Mary, you love Fire Emblem, right? Your favorite game is Fire Emblem Engage.
I love
Oh
Fire
yeah.
Emblem.
Hey, that's better than Three Houses.
I love it.
Leo,
I will
Why
not
you say
stand
Three
for this
Houses?
we
Three
started to fight
Houses hate. I actually really like Three Houses. I started playing it after I started working on Dragon Fruit, so I could get more familiar with the gameplay and all. Because I until Dragon Fruit, I had never touched a Fire Emblem game, but they told me that's what they were going for.
Really?
So yeah, no, I always heard about them.
You've never
Well,
played Fire
you
Emblem?
should,
Man,
you should-
everybody has.
Only
But-
play the good one. That's Awakening, and never play. And oh no,
I'm not listening to you.
What?
I'm not listening to you because
Real.
Get
you
wrecked.
you
Leo
have
and
you
Mary
have some
seem to have
very
No,
I
inverse
mean,
Fire
I
Emblem
mean, Awakening is the generally like.
It's the one that
everybody
saved the
agrees on that one.
franchise.
all right.
It's
Fine.
like it's like
Mange,
the
I'll listen to you.
I really like.
It's like the
Awakening.
Bionicle of Fire Emblem.
I trust Mange. Or sorry, Envy.
No, Mange, bro.
I
don't
call-
know, like, we got another cast member on.
I don't know if people remember that I still call you Mange. So
Mangy man.
anyway, my point is, I trust him. I don't trust you. You every
What did
time I talk.
I have not done anything.
Leo,
wrong.
anytime I talk about something with you, I say I
Bad
like
dude.
this, and you say the complete opposite.
How's that my fault?
You go
that
the
I'm right
complete
and you're
opposite
wrong.
direction. See, this is why I can't talk to you.
The Attack on Titan discussions you've been having.
Dude.
Yeah, Attack on Titan. You
Dude.
have the worst
When
takes about
Reiner
that.
is the
dude.
only good character in the
You
entire
have the
show.
absolute worst takes.
Then
Bro,
When,
he goes
when,
hard.
Vin, when you finish Attack on Titan, I want to propose something. And I don't know if LJ will agree with me,
he already
but I think it
proposed.
would be fun.
Yeah,
Bruh.
with the mask.
Bruh. No, I want to do TTV talks about Attack on Titan.
No, I don't know if we could do it.
Me,
I don't know if we
Leo,
could do that.
Mary, Vin, and LJ.
I
I'll
don't.
rewatch parts
TTV
of the
Attack
show.
on Titan.
God.
Oh,
We
I-
could just
I'll-
talk about it in private.
Yeah, I'm down to
That'd be
do that.
fair.
I'm okay with that.
But
I'd
it's
rather
so
Worst that could
funny.
happen.
Okay, Messa,
What's the
we
worst that
can't,
could happen?
dude. What's the worst that could happen? I can't even say
Genocide.
because I don't want to spoil Ven on the themes
Yeah,
that
but-
we'd be touching on. We couldn't have a nice conversation about whether you'd want to be married or sorry, widowed or divorced. We can't have a nice conversation about the ending of
okay,
Attack on
so are we
Titan.
bringing
We can. Come
everybody?
on, it'd be very,
I'm
it'd be
telling
good
you,
content.
the things that this man talks about
Screw
behind
you, Ven.
It would be the best content we could have in a while.
I, for one, think we could have a fantastic discussion.
Oh,
I think it
no.
would be funny. I think we would fight. And so long as you don't say swear words, the video will be
gonna
A-okay.
be hard.
Okay,
As long
no,
as we
it'd be
don't
AOT.
I'm gonna switch my profile picture if we do that. I know exactly which one I'm putting.
Oh my
I already
god.
have it saved on my phone.
Either way, I'm very curious to know your thoughts. So keep it up, Vin.
Oh yeah,
and keep,
I will.
and
We're,
keep being awesome in game development.
I'd
You're a legend.
love to
Thank you.
watch the finale with you, Ven. I think that'd be very
Yeah.
fun.
I don't know. We'll see. Because the next time Sam and I hop on our watch, I don't know when we're gonna stop. You know, we, she especially has been hooked on it, and
good.
she's been very upset that we didn't watch any at all this weekend.
Sad.
Like, So like after we
So
finish
the-
up here, I'm probably gonna go watch right now, and then we'll see what episode we end up on. I
I'm
don't think
very
we're gonna get to
excited.
the finale tonight, though.
That's okay.
It's
boy.
okay, LJ. I'll tell you when I'm starting to get caught up on it.
If,
When is
if
that
the
gonna
if the chance
happen?
if there's a chance for it though, I will let you
I
know.
mean,
Alright.
could be sooner
knows?
than later.
'Cause that'll be
Zach,
fun.
where did you stop?
End of season 2.
All right, we'll
man.
never sing Zach. All right, got it.
Yeah, we'll never do that. Zach will be gone forever.
I was in that part of Attack on Titan like a week ago. Now I'm in the middle of the last season, so
I mean, hey, if I just go for it.
just
I
go
could get
for it,
caught
man.
up.
Just go for it. It's worth it. Well, I don't know. Season 3 is a bit of a weird one to.
I'd have to negotiate
binge.
free time with GL though, because she
I will
probably
say
wouldn't let me just sit there and watch anime every day.
that's been my thing with Sam. Sam's the binger. I'm the one that likes to slow
mean, if-
down and
Yeah.
absorb.
If you remember, Zach, I wanted to watch it with you and GL. We could never settle on whether GL could tolerate it or not.
My rule is
It's very violent.
my rule is 3 episodes max per day.
Oh, I'm definitely not like that. I would go all in if possible.
I
the
know
heck?
you.
I know you
you
would.
But
Yeah.
that's what I do because it allows me to kind of process and absorb everything as we go through it. And it especially helped going through season 3 like that because season 3 has so much going on.
Yeah.
So much like new characters, politics, just a lot of lore and exposition dumps. It's just like, okay, it's like you're kind of required, I think, to slow down at least in that season, so that way if you are watching with somebody else, you guys can like talk about it.
Mhm.
That's been the most fun. It's like Sam and I will talk about like almost every episode
That's
during
cool.
season 3. You know,
It's just occurred to me. I don't know if I'm sure you've talked about who Sam is, but not today. You've just been mentioning Sam, and
Oh yeah. Have people heard your positive news? I think they
What?
have, right?
no, I don't think I ever got the chance to share. But yes, Sam is no longer my girlfriend. She's
Sorry.
my fiance.
I mean, congratulations.
Vin,
Thank
How
you.
was
get
the
happy
wedding?
in this arc. We love Vin. Base.
I'll
Yeah.
probably talk about the engagement the next time.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
'cause we're
Because
gonna be winding down.
I want to give
soon.
y'all a chance to talk too.
Well,
I'm talking a lot about myself in the past
That's
few minutes.
But
Why would I
understand
start
yourself,
talking
man.
now more than I have done historically?
You're allowed to shill, Vin. We want you to shill for your stuff, and we're allowed to talk about our anime preferences and our watch preferences.
Except
I think it's very
Oh,
important.
anime preferences? All right, no.
I prefer an
I think it's
analog
very
watch.
important in our limited free time that we be very judicious and only watch media that's high in quality. Which is why I saw the first 2 episodes of Halo season 2.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I'm a-
exactly.
Yeah, what are you cheering on?
Mess
I
up.
didn't
That
watch
was
it,
that
that's
was
why.
well
I
done.
skipped it again.
That was
I'm
very...
a true connoisseur of quality, naturally.
We'll definitely have a lot to
Memorizing.
talk about next time when it comes to shows because there's that, and then there's also the Avatar show.
When
God.
does
Are we
the-
wrapping
when-
up? Because I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
I don't know. It's been a little bit. It's been what, an hour and a half. It's
Yeah.
up to you,
Uh-huh.
Meso. Do you think that's enough?
I still want to talk about the shows. I don't think we have that much to say.
Okay. No, we don't have much to say because what? Hey, like Halo.
I don't think anyone's
my
watched
lips are
Halo
sealed.
besides.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
me
yeah.
and
Halo
Names,
just
right?
came out,
Thank God.
and I haven't seen it yet.
I have
LJ, have you
not.
seen it yet?
I've not seen it yet. I haven't had time.
Zach, have you seen it yet?
No, I've not had time.
Huh?
Then I won't say any spoilers.
But
All
listen,
I'll-
you spoiled it
I'm
all
on
on the
that
other
same
server.
level.
He already
Dirty.
spoiled it to us in text chat.
All I'll say is that if anyone is going into the Halo Season 2 show buying into the hype and the marketing from journalists and trailers and all this, saying like, oh, it's so much better than Season 1. It's like a soft reboot. It's so good now. It's like it's way more Halo accurate. No.
Probably didn't watch more than
it
5
isn't.
minutes.
I think
They probably turned it off after 5 minutes.
All right, everybody,
That's-
prepare
that's-
yourselves.
that's
Leo's
been
about
so
to
fun.
exemplify what I was just talking
what do you,
about.
what do you mean? No.
No, go
No.
ahead. Go ahead. Talk.
What do you mean? No, this is false. I don't like the Halo show. I don't know what made you think that I would like it. I feel
Like-
insulted.
right now, Halo Season 2.
That's the only good opinion you've had like all week.
On Rotten Tomatoes, Halo Season 2 has a tomato meter of 94% and an audience score of 76%, which is up from Season 1's 70 and 52, respectively. So by all marks, audience and critics, it is a marked improvement. I don't know how. I really don't know how.
I have an idea of how, because of what I've heard about it so far. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to say what those things are, but I'm just going to say I can kind of understand where that may be coming from.
Okay, I don't know how these review things work, but the first thought that comes to my mind, being a person who works in like data and statistics, is it could just be that the reason the score went up for the audience is the people who hated the first season didn't bother to watch the second season and weigh in on it.
That's
possible.
That's totally possible too.
I'm looking this up. 1 second.
There's a phenomenon that I can use to describe it in a way that I think people who aren't super into Halo will understand a bit better, although it requires you to be into Star Wars, so maybe that's a false equivalency, but...
Nobody here likes Star Wars. Nobody.
Halo Season 2 is like the rise of Skywalker to Halo Season 1's Last Jedi.
Oh, gosh. Oh no.
They're both bad in different ways, and
Okay.
one is so scared of doing anything that the last one did that it hard pivots from everything that could have been remotely interesting and goes in a completely new direction off screen. That's the best way I could describe it.
Yeah, that's more or less what I heard about it so far.
Okay.
But we'll see.
So,
I'm gonna hate watch it pretty soon.
I'll probably hate watch it as well. Don't worry.
My friends and I back at home, we're planning on doing some watch parties like we did for the first season. What a wild ride that was. Honestly, this is not a show to watch by yourself.
I think I would shit myself.
If I watched this show by myself, like season 1 by myself, I would have been so depressed. But the fact that I was able to
do it with friends
and all of us just collectively hate on it, and oh man, it was just it was such a fun time. Just a fun time.
The critic consensus is made out of 16 people, 16 reviews, so that's why it's at 94% for.
Yeah, but how much did season 1 get?
I don't know.
That'd be the
Audience score is a
deciding
76.
Leo
70.
said, "I don't know, I don't care."
70%. Okay, season 1 with critics got a 70% with 71 reviews.
Oh, fair enough then. That's exactly what Takuma was saying.
Yeah. It's not even. It's like it's half, and then the audience score was a 52% with 2,500 reviews for season 1. Season 2 is at a 76 with 250, which is
okay. So it's a much smaller,
significantly less.
Well, I'm just telling you. Trust me. If I've ever said anything you agree with ever, I stake my claim that Halo Season 2 is not better than Season 1. It's not better.
Dude, it hasn't even finished yet.
It's just as insane. It's just as unhinged.
You can't say that yet, Meso. You can't.
Can you tell me one thing? Has Ratman come back yet?
Not yet, but I hope he does.
Stop spoiling it.
Now,
Ratman's not in it. It's a spoiler.
Mary, you did something interesting recently.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What did you do, Mary?
Yeah. I started watching the Halo show.
Why? Why did you do this? Why?
That's an awesome segue.
Why?
That's not interesting.
know.
Is Mesa holding you hostage? Like, what's going on?
Blink twice if you need
Yeah,
help.
blink twice. We can't really see that, but
We were.
You know, they like Zach and Meso. They kind of wanted my view.
Zach,
as an
I
outsider
knew
'cause I don't-
oh my god.
Oh my God, Zach!
I'm so
we
disappointed
talked
in
about
you two.
this.
Talked about how
you do
bad
this?
the first season of the
So,
Halo
yeah.
show is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
did
remember.
you do? What are you putting her
It
It
through?
wasn't my
we're
idea. I'm
curious.
just along for the ride.
We're curious to get Mary's take on Halo, but she hates first-person shooters and so won't play the
So
game.
you're
So-
showing her the worst
Wow,
video.
showing her
No,
the
yes.
freaking show.
Zach at some
You
point
can
is
show
gonna
her
like
recaps on
Zach-
YouTube
Zach
of the
at some-
games or
Zach at some
cutscenes
point
of the
her the book.
games,
is
or
gonna
tell
get her
her
the
about the
books.
games. You can read synopses of the games to her.
He's not interested in the game.
Just
I
make
have
a
one.
machinima out of
I have
the
another
She's not
book
interested
sitting on
in
my shelf.
playing the games, is what you said.
Also, wait,
Is
ew,
that not
reading
true,
the
Mary?
books? Why would you read the books? It is a game franchise.
Wait,
Oh,
Mary.
no.
Yes,
the books
I
are
am
good.
going
The
there.
books are actually good,
Oh,
bro.
oh,
The books are actually good.
My name Leo. I'm illiterate.
Yeah. That sounds like a you problem, Leo.
No. There are good books in Halo, and it's only about the didact. Everything else sucks.
Mary,
Bold
I'm-
take there.
Mary, I totally
Think
get
the-
it if you don't want to
think Clem
play the
gets it.
games because you're not
Man
into
never
first-person
read the
shooters.
Kilo 5 trilogy.
Oh, let me
If-
read boring book.
Would
No.
you have been opposed to just watching a recap video on YouTube, Mary?
She might at some point.
Considering my short attention span these days, probably not. Like I can sit down and read a book, but watching videos is impossible for me these days.
Okay. How
Just play
about
double
this?
speed.
Yeah, double speed.
So, would you have been more inclined to read one of the Halo books then?
Which she is doing,
Probably, yeah.
by the way.
Would you
That
have
is
preferred to
something.
do
I'm gonna
that
do that
as opposed to
eventually.
watching the stupid show?
Why not both?
Why,
I mean-
why
Because
both?
the
You're
show
wasting
sucks.
time.
Yeah, the
You're
show's
wasting
nothing to do with
your
it.
life. You're not getting that time back.
Because the show is not
Life
the
is
actual
short.
Halo
Doing it.
story.
The show is designed for people who don't know about Halo. They're casual fans. I thought it would be an interesting experiment to see what
gonna kill
Mary
you.
would think
I'm
of
gonna
it.
kill
Is
you.
it as bad from somebody who doesn't know the games?
Okay.
That's the thought process.
I understand. That's a little bit more understandable to me than, oh, she doesn't know the story. I thought the best way to present her the Halo story
No.
was
No,
the
that wasn't the thought
show.
process at all.
No,
Can
that's
we tell you
coming
the lore
later.
of Marty O'Donnell about how Marty O'Donnell
No.
hates Bungie? I think that's the most important story about Halo.
No.
Alright? That is. He also helped write the worst Halo game, Halo 3. I wanted to say that. Halo 3 is terrible.
Oh.
Anybody that thinks that game is good
And
deserves
we're
to
back.
die.
We're back
Oh.
to the horrible takes.
Oh my gosh.
Horrible takes from Leo.
Holy smokes.
Leo thinking that Halo 3 is a worse game than Halo 5 makes no sense.
I
I'm
said
talking
I
about-
wanted
I'm talking, okay, no, I'm talking about Bungie era specifically.
I said I wanted Leo's fire, and I'm getting it.
Halo.
I don't
Leo
think you're getting it.
thinking-
Ven's getting it.
His dumpster fire, maybe.
See, Cleb gets it. I need Cleb on here. Next time I want Cleb on here with me so that I have somebody on my side.
Cleb, be like in next time we do a TTV podcast. I want to get you in on one of these.
Dude,
Also, Ulti says this call actually sounds like a hostage.
It does. We're like, what did you do with Mary? And you're like, Mary is. You're like speaking for her. Like Mary can't come to the phone right now.
Okay,
She's
first,
we wanted to introduce her to Halo,
you see, Mary,
and we're like,
They call it Halo.
Mary did not wish
Mary,
to
blink
know.
twice if he's lying.
Mary didn't wish to know Master Chief, so she shall know Master Cheeks.
No.
Why would you say
What?
that?
Chip.
Chip.
I'm losing my mind. I'm actually on the verge of yelling again.
So at the end of the day, which show do you guys think will be the better adaptation? The Halo show,
Knuckles.
or no? That's actually looking pretty good. But no,
I know, exactly. That's why I'm saying it.
Halo or the Netflix Avatar series.
Ooh,
I think that it's actually going to be closer than I would like to admit.
I'm unfortunately in the same boat.
Here's
I
the
think
thing.
Avatar series is
Halo-
just gonna be the M. Night
It's looking rough, man.
Shyamalan movie all over
I-
again, split into a TV show.
Halo
The
visually
M Night
looks
Slamathon,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
Halo as a show looks good, but it's made one of the biggest visual faux pas with its iconic character, Master Chief, by having him take off the helmet all the time.
But
All
that's
the
such a funny
Avatar-
meme, though.
All
I
the
will say that.
Avatar casting looks good. The world looks good. The VFX look pretty good. A little bad CG at times from the trailers, but overall, production-wise, it seems solid. But every single thing we've heard from interviews about the story sounds like a dumpster fire.
Yeah, it's not
What were some
great.
of them, Mary?
I
Was
have,
it like
Sokka's sexism they took away, so like, man is gonna stay stagnant.
I don't,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
know
no
what that
story
means.
now.
Well,
For real.
I can't wait for Sokka to
the
have no
wording they
character
used
growth.
was that they said that they were going to like it's still gonna be there, but they had to I forget you know what, now I can't remember what they said, but basically they're downplaying it. Like I guess it's still gonna be there, but it's not gonna be as apparent or whatever. They're like
I read
watering
it
it
as
down.
they're just taking it out completely.
No.
That's
I-
really dumb.
I have like zero frame of reference for Avatar past the Lego sets, which is kind of funny. So I can watch that show and be indifferent because I have no horse in this race.
But yeah, there was that, and there was also this whole thing about them saying that Aang is going to be a bit more serious and not
Yeah.
wanting to like
What?
derail from the whole
He's
plot.
like he's not gonna
I
go do
guess.
things just for fun. He's on
Yeah,
a
yeah.
mission.
They're
Isn't he a
taking out the
child?
Battle of Ba Sing Se because they're like, oh, we want Pretty City to stay pretty.
He's given like a vision of what's to come, and it means like, oh, I'm laser focused. We've got to get here and like stay on track.
Sounds
Go
funny.
save the world. Like, it
Which is-
sounds awful.
So I think that so first of all, it's clear now why the original writers left this project.
Mhm.
Right, yeah.
But that said, I still think if we're talking about purely adaptation, the Avatar show will be better as an adaptation. I just don't know if it'll be better as a show. Does that make any sense?
It does.
Nah, bad
does.
media is just bad media.
Oh, okay.
Real.
Thank
That's how you should go about it, like Halo 3.
No, that
All
makes
right,
sense.
Leo, you get out of here.
All right, bye guys.
you.
It's
hit the
worrying
wrong
me
button.
because like these things that are coming out about the changes they've made to the characters, all this like bad press that's coming out about the show before it airs, it's bringing me back to what happened with the Halo show before it came out, or around the time that it was coming out. Like I remember, no, this had to have happened before episode 1 of Halo came out. That there was an article detailing how the showrunners claimed that they had never played the games, or they're not like taking
Yeah.
anything from the games. They had not seen anything from the games.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That
were
they
like,
just
that was
wanted
a
to-
deliberate choice we made.
Yeah. They deliberately avoided looking to the games for references.
But then
And
they,
they just
take
completely-
a random character from the books that only shows up in one book, and they make a pivotal plot point around this character, change its species from alien to human, and then
Batman.
have him
Batman.
go insane on the screen like he's
As he
some
should.
kind of like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very odd.
Batman.
Like
Batman.
you had
It's
these
just the
articles talking about
interesting
how the
character of
showrunners.
Wrath and turned him into a.
I mean, we've
There's-
seen this happen before though with the Witcher show where Cavill had
Yeah,
some
no, that
skin
happened too.
issues.
But that came up after the show had already come out.
Yeah, after, yeah, but
And the show was
that-
already
that-
sucking by the time he decided
Yeah.
to jet from
Yeah, like
having
that
creative
first season.
differences.
Look, first season of The Witcher I thought was fine,
Yeah, it was
I-
okay.
but second season definitely fell off, and
hello.
I think that was like the consensus. And then it was like around that time that the second season came out, where word was getting out that Henry Cavill Cavill wasn't gonna do the show anymore, and that there are all these rumors that he didn't like what the showrunners were trying to do with it and all. And it's like, dude, I'm getting so tired of like, of these show producers just like taking these beloved IPs like Avatar, Halo, and I guess now The Witcher,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to do their own thing with it. And in the process of doing so, they strip away everything that made those franchises beloved to begin with.
See, this
I'm
is
not-
why I'm.
Rip Cowboy Bebop.
This is why I'm
Yeah,
so glad
yeah,
that Henry
yeah,
Cavill is
Cowboy
actually
Bebop
going
too.
to be in charge of the 40K series.
Yeah, he
Dude
seems super
loves
passionate
his
about
40K.
that.
Good for him, honestly.
Like,
Well, you
they'll
know
just
what it
take
is.
anything.
It's a paradoxical thing. Companies and executives and all that, they want adaptations because adaptations are, they are not exactly new original ideas. A lot of people did the heavy lifting for you already. and you inherit a fan base. You inherit an established viewer base who will check out the adaptation. The creatives who then get put on those projects don't want to copy the old material. They probably don't want to do a faithful adaptation. They want to strike out on their own and be like a bold, visionary director or writer who had the courage to go against, what was handed to them and make their own unique spin. Right. They want to be some kind of like auteur, basically, and it's not gonna happen.
At that point, make an original story. Stop trying to use brand staying power to sell your product. But then you don't
get the inherited fan base. Zach.
Yeah,
you lose the inherited fan base anyway for being disingenuous to what the fan base wants.
Well,
think about the FNAF movie that came out, right? That movie, plot-wise, was not phenomenal by any means.
That's what makes it funny.
It was a decent movie, but it was what made it good and what made it popular and what made it desirable to the fans was it was faithful to its core franchise. As far as writing goes, it was kind of boring, but it was a FNAF movie to its core. You have the maker of the series helping write and direct the plot, and it keeps its source material accurate, so you don't have to worry about things like corporate coming in and being like, okay, so we know that's this character is this, but we're gonna completely rewrite it and tell a completely different story because screw that noise,
Yeah. Real fast, I want to do a few super chats. More from Delrune Plays. I missed these. Sorry for the delay. He said, talking about Vin's custom pieces from a while back, said $5 and said, time for Vin's POC spotlight. Which I think means peace.
Peace.
Peace, own creation. I don't know.
Own creation?
There you go. It works out.
Creation.
Point of contact?
I hope it's not...
part of my collection.
I hope it's not what I usually think POC.
Person of color spotlight.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then I said another $5. It said, wow, on a side note, I just got the Bonkle Daily Word on the second guess. For once, Matau is useful.
Wow.
We love BIONICLE Wordle.
Wow.
Dude, I have not played it.
If I was a Matau fan, I'd
time to revive
that.
the Wordle group.
I'd be like, what do you mean?
Group.
I've played Wordle, I've not played Bonkle, and I won't.
There were a few comments I wanted to read. Jarm, do you guys ever think there will be a Hero Factory G2? No.
Absolutely not.
Not even a little bit.
Rest in peace.
It didn't have enough of a fan base. I'm Omega asked, I said, show her red versus blue. Mary's actually
seen it.
Why would you watch
what?
that? Why would you watch that?
Because red versus blue is good.
Yeah. I liked Rooster
My
Teeth,
name
and I
is
was like, oh,
Michael
they did this
Jake the
thing.
Boost.
I'll watch it.
And I hate taxes.
I
Nice.
despise
Enjoyed
Rooster
it.
Teeth with a burning passion.
we know.
And
Well, you despise
Leo.
modern
Leo
Rooster
now.
Teeth killing couch. Huh?
No, I despise Rooster Teeth as a whole.
Leo be like, I despise breathing.
I mean, I do, yes. But that's.
Oh, breathe in.
I hate breathing because Rooster Teeth also breathes.
I just need Shut up, old T. Shut up.
Then we got a nice comment from Caleb Boutel. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing. So it's earlier trying to explain to my wife why I wanted to listen to a multi-hour stream. I realized that I've been listening to you all since long before I even knew her. To you all, my real first love.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, man. VAR would be bagging on that so hard.
Thanks. I'm engaged though.
Hey, listen, I'm just out. Someone, I think, as DT in our patron chat was talking about proposing with the trans blue mask of water.
You want to propose to me?
Oh,
No, absolutely not. You're engaged.
You got the ring.
I'm engaged. Too
Listen,
bad.
If
Give it to
there's some
Zach.
nice lady that isn't just after me for my masks, then yeah, I'll do it. I'll propose with the blue
Oh
mask.
boy.
Oh my
boy.
god.
Oh,
After you for your mask.
So here's the funny thing. I had a funny thought about I'm sorry, unless there's like more comments.
No, it was all-
You wanted to read
No
mine?
funny thoughts.
I had a
or
funny
whatever.
thought about the Avatar show thing where it's like all these articles are coming out and the show hasn't even come out yet. There was one more article that came out that said that the showrunners wanted the show to appeal to like a Game of Thrones audience.
Oh no.
Oh my
Stupid.
Avatar!
Which is like the
to say.
I think that's like the cherry on top of all the bad news we've been getting about the show, because it's just like, okay, you guys really clearly are just coming out before the show's out, coming out and saying you didn't want to make this show. You wanted to make something completely different. You wanted to do your own thing, and somehow you were assigned to Avatar and you said, screw it, we're gonna have all our weird ideas go through the Avatar show.
It's like the Halo show.
And it's
Dude,
like
it's coming out in 10 days.
What?
I don't understand the thought process behind coming out and doing these interviews with quotes like that before your show's even out. Like, you're self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
Right,
What do you call
the-
a marketing? What do you call a marketing cycle that does the opposite of get people hyped?
You know, like, you're making the people that were previously on board. Like, I was on board
Me
for
too.
this show because I was like, cool, redemption run from the M Night Shyamalan Ding Dong
Yeah.
movie, and
I liked the trailer too.
I was always ever since I was a kid, I was like, oh, Avatar would make a great movie, and even more so as an adult, I'm like, if they adapted it properly, like more so as a show than a movie, it could be great. So you know, I was on board when they had the original showrunners on board. Even though they left, I was still on board because I saw that trailer and I thought that it looked great,
good.
and it
Yeah.
gave me the same vibes as the show
It was fun.
based on how I remember it. And now all these articles are coming out. I'm like, you're putting me off, man. You're making me not
wait
really
for
want to watch it anymore.
I can't
you're
wait for
losing me.
Aang's staff to turn into a sniper rifle like it's a ruby weapon and he snipes Firelord Ozai.
My favorite part was when the Avatar avatared all over the place.
I can't wait for a brooding Aang monologue about how like all of his tribe is like
man.
dead, and he needs
How a
to like
bummer.
avenge them.
My tribe is dead, Robin.
I can't wait for a
This
grizzled
is where my tribe died.
King
Oh,
Boomy to
bummer.
be like, you think the earth is your ally? I'm born in the mountain, raised by it.
Epic. Oh man,
I'm
what a
curious.
disaster!
I'm super
so
curious.
weird.
And I'm also like persistently nervous about One Piece season 2. Because season 1 was great.
Dude,
For some reason.
Dude.
It's the only one of
should
these
watch
that have
that.
been good.
dude,
The rare.
Oh
dub.
yeah, I'll give you
season
that.
1 of One
One
Piece
Piece was very fun.
was so good, but here's the thing.
Still not
I'll
as
be-
good as Jujutsu Kaisen though.
Shut up.
Okay.
I will be the first one to say I had very low expectations for One Piece as a diehard One Piece fan. I've been there since the beginning. I read Shonen Jump when I was like 3. You know, like I've been there since it started. Very low hope. Turned out to be good.
You did not read it when you were age 3.
I did.
You're
I
a
did
liar.
too, Vin. I
You
did.
did not know how to read it.
I taught myself to read from reading Shonen Jump magazine.
Oh,
Before I could even understand the words, I was following along with what was happening through the expressive
see.
pictures.
Meso studied the blade while
I
you were
did.
holding hands.
I was forged in it. I was
did you color it in
molded by
with
it.
crayons?
No.
Oh.
So like, I'm a One Piece fan. Very low hopes for the season 1. Surprised me. That was easy mode. That's the sad part. Anyone who's watched One Piece past East Blue, it's gonna get exponentially harder to adapt with every season they make. And when it gets harder, the risk they run of messing it up grows larger and larger. So I am very nervous about season 2 because so much stuff gets introduced in season 2 alone. A talking reindeer child, giants, like
Yeah, they're gonna have a lot zanier stuff too.
a lot of zanier stuff, a lot of more big budget stuff as well.
They'll have the
Uh,
budget.
I don't know.
They'll have the budget, dude. Absolutely. I was
We'll see.
surprised they had the budget for that first season.
We'll see. I'm very nervous about it. One of
It's
the
Netflix. They're not going anywhere.
one of the villains in One Piece season 2, slight spoiler, is going to wield a weapon that is, what was it? A bazooka that ate a dachshund devil fruit.
Oh my
And yes, you heard me right. I
This
did not
dog.
flip the two. It is not a dog that ate the bazooka fruit. It's a bazooka that ate the dog fruit. That's what's gonna happen.
Dude,
So-
I
How does a
dumb, dude.
bazooka eat a fruit?
I love One Piece.
What a dumb anime.
Dude, you're
I'm
a
so
dumb
glad that the
anime,
live
you
action's better.
Stupid son of a biscuit.
The live action is so much better than the anime,
I
LJ.
wonder how they're gonna do
Dude,
that.
it doesn't matter.
convincingly.
If you think One Piece anime is better,
And
great. If
Jujutsu
you-
Kaisen's better than both.
Oh my gosh. It's like you couldn't have picked something. Yeah, oh my goodness.
Sorry, I'm giving you my best Leo impression right now.
Wow. Wow. I won't forget this, man. I won't forget this.
I have to get you back for all the times you made me upset with your bad takes. Mr. Pikmin 4.
Pikmin 4 is the best game. Alright? I played it in like 2 years. Alright?
Leo the Pikmin super fan.
Pikmin is the only good franchise Nintendo has made.
Oh my god.
He just digs himself a bigger grave.
That is a statement made
Bros
by
have a shovel
by
out
Leo.
all podcast.
I have a hot take.
Oh
What?
no.
I don't even
Go
think
for it.
Jujutsu Kaisen's that good.
What?
Which
You
really says a lot
sorry,
about how
did
best
you-
it is about One
Soldier
Piece.
Oh my
You
God.
friggin' you hypocritical hippopotamus. I don't even
That should tell you how much worse One Piece is. though.
Dude, you shut up!
Oh my god.
Don't let him cook.
Yeah,
let me
shut the
cook.
fudge up, Mary.
Man, oh man.
Jujutsu Kaisen, man, that second season was so it was so wonky. Like there were some really cool moments for sure. The animation from Mappa was top
Dude,
notch.
Didn't it last
Even,
like half a year?
what? I don't know. I
It was
didn't.
a crap ton of episodes.
I don't know anything about Jujutsu Kaisen prior to the past month because I only just watched the
Oh, I
full
see.
show in like the past month. But so yeah, season 2, man, totally different show from season 1. It like takes everything I liked about season 1 and throws it out the window, except for the action. It maintains great action. It's probably the best action I've seen yet out of that show, even including the movie. But some of it is just like, okay, I don't know. I have so many thoughts. I'm not gonna get into it. But
Well
it's
then.
all
Made another
I'm
two
gonna
years
say is I
already.
wasn't the
Ven
I wasn't the
talks about
biggest
Jujutsu
fan.
Kaisen.
I just wasn't the biggest fan of the story and certain plot points. I thought some of it was kind of dumb.
Well then. You are my special. Don't forget that.
Dude, that theme song slaps.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's so good. I
Uh,
just wish the actual show was that good. Anyway, go ahead.
That's okay. There is a really
So-
great show out there. It's called One Piece. You should try it.
It's called
Oh,
Hunter
the
x Hunter.
live action one,
No,
right?
it's
That
not.
was so
Weird.
good. That one is so good. It doesn't beat JJK, but it is good.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
Comment from Everett Whitaker. The hype and positive reactions to One Piece live action genuinely got me to start reading the manga,
Screw you, Ven.
which has never happened before in the history of any live action adaptation ever. I'm sure that's what they were hoping for making it, so I'm very glad to hear that.
Can I read the super chat?
Oh no.
Yes.
All right, so Delrun plays back at it again with the $5. Thank you very much. He goes, just to clarify, POC, printed own creation. I did not think that acronym through. It's okay, buddy. We all have our moments.
You didn't think it.
We all have our moments.
Vince Pios. Spotlight.
Leo, thanks for coming on the show.
Oh my gosh! Wow! Wow!
Base.
I hope you explode in me.
Oh,
you have an issue being
man.
diverse, my friend?
I hate you.
And Omega. Me and Eljay are caught up. So we know about the current One Piece arc. No spoilers for anyone else.
What are you guys talking about? The second season isn't even out yet. Nobody
Shut
knows
Shut
anything.
up!
What are you guys talking
Oh,
about?
wait,
Four
okay.
Kids ended One Piece
Okay.
forever ago.
I'm sorry. We can't do this. We don't have an episode title for this podcast.
Vince POC.
We can't.
No, we're not doing that.
We can't do it.
Absolutely not.
Oh no!
Dude.
That would be the best title ever.
It's the funniest, but we can't. I'm sorry.
You want to keep it simple? We could do like gold masks and bad shows or something. I don't know.
I was thinking
So
after all my masks, but I don't have anything else.
We'll see.
We could call it Leo's bad takes.
Oh my
Jake
gosh.
gets
I
murdered.
hate you. I hate you.
I like that one.
I need Clem in here.
Maybe
Outside
Takuma.
of me.
Takuma, you're good for a funny thing, and I want to hear from you a little bit before we end. To say something.
Come on, churn out something funny.
Make a title.
You're funny. Say the funny.
Man, like, you gotta at least stick a quarter in me.
Okay.
I can't just. You expect me to just be witty on the spot?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you something funny. This one time, Eljay decided he was gonna have some fun outside, so he decided he was gonna go down the big hill out back, right? The thing is, Eljay's scared of heights, even when it's just a hill at like
What?
a
Eljay, why'd you put the
2%
quarter in?
slope. But Eljay really wanted to prove himself a big man, when he was 6. So he went, he lived in the middle of Idaho, so he doesn't even have anything like, some people would take like a barrel and make that into a cart. He just had potato sacks, okay? So he's like, well, I can't make a car out of that, but I can make a parachute. Now, Eljay's not the brightest person. You can't go down a 2% slope with a parachute made out of a potato sack. It just doesn't work. But, Eljay, he's got his whole thing that's going on with his head. And so anyways, he runs to the corner store, right? Like, it's called a corner store. Not, like, it's not on the corner, but it's just made out of, the whole store is corners. It's like this sort of, MC Escher thing that's going on. So anyways, Eljay goes into the corner store looking for his potato sacks. And how long are you going to let me go on with this?
I don't know. I was hoping. I don't know where this is going.
I
was wondering
having
how long
flashbacks
to
to
go.
like.
Yeah, I was
Merlin
wondering
trying to
how you
joke
could
He
go.
about
goes, he gets his
Finding Nemo.
potato sacks and he goes to
The-
check
the
out, and lo and
lungs
behold,
on this man.
lo and behold, Eljay's worst nightmare is at the counter. It's a furry. So Eljay abandons the whole plan. He's not going down to his potato sack parachute because there's no way he's gonna interact with a furry in in any kind of a mercantile situation. So he goes home and decides, it's been a few years since I brushed my teeth.
What?
So Eljay brushes. Eljay doesn't brush
Takuma's
his
got a
teeth very often.
stinky mouth.
Huh?
No, Eljay does. Eljay doesn't brush his teeth very often.
Yes, I
Because
do.
potatoes don't make good toothbrushes.
There it is. There it is. Potatoes don't make good toothbrushes.
There we go. All right, we did it, everyone. Hey, good job.
We did it. We made it.
I'm
Just
sweating.
had to keep making him talk.
Thank you,
Well
thank
done.
you, Takuma, for your
Well done.
your assistance.
Thank you for your service.
Why did I even come here? I barely said anything the whole time.
Did you
What are
have
you
fun
talking
though?
about? You said enough.
Did you have fun?
You
I don't
said
recall
what
saying
mattered.
that word.
In this
Whatever.
life of ours, the
Better
fun
luck,
is what
better
matters.
luck next time.
Takuma, I want you
Hey
to come
Takuma,
back
how about those
again
KOTOR remakes?
so that we can hear about your life.
You're dead to me.
R.I.P. KOTOR remake.
Wow.
LOL.
It's okay, LJ. Someday you'll make it up to Takuma for derailing and talking about Animal Planet for like 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
What?
We got a last minute super chat from Trevor Samora for $20. Thank you so much as always for your continued support. It says, as a weirdo animation fan, I was opposed to live action Avatar: The Last Airbender from the get-go. Congratulations, Vin. Would also definitely buy and print your designs.
Thank
The
you.
rest of you all are cool too. Thanks for letting us derail your faces. Oh yeah.
Heck yeah, thank you. I actually forgot to mention that whenever I do get around to making an Etsy shop or selling like any custom masks or whatever, I'll probably post about it on the Patreon chat just to kind of get started. Offering
The
things to
Patreon
people.
chat that you too can join for as low as $1 a month, so you can get notified whenever Vin posts an Etsy.
I don't know when that'll be, but Sam and I have been talking about doing a shop for 3D prints, so it's gonna happen.
He doesn't know
Something.
when it would be, but
'Cause
it
it's
could
no-
be tomorrow. So join
It's
the
no longer
Patreon.
just my idea; it's somebody else's idea
Mhm.
too. So now it's probably gonna happen. Unlike a lot of my ideas, where they just kind of fade away into obscurity.
You should give like exclusive updates for new products in the patron chat before they go up on the Etsy
Oh,
store.
I'll do one right now.
So we can use that as like a shilling perk.
I'll Okay, but first of all, if money is going to be made
No.
Yeah.
from that, that's mine. That's not going to your stupid couch.
But how can you? Well, profits would go to you, but like you can't quantify who joined the Patreon because of a certain
Oh my
thing
gosh.
unless you ask
Referral
them.
link. We can make a
They
referral.
have to take a survey when they join.
How did you hear about this Patreon chat?
All right, fine,
What perk
fine.
are you here for?
We'll relegate the the profits to if they buy my mask, that's that. That's the only
There
thing
you go.
I'll profit off of. I don't care. You guys can keep the Patreon money.
There you go.
That's
Either way, it's just a
That's
fun.
how I
consider
should
that a
go.
favor, Meso. I just did you a solid
You're so epic. Good. Thank you.
to help keep the channel alive. You know.
Speaking of channel alive, we have had a consistent 40 plus viewers this whole time. It's only
Woo!
grown
Why?
the further in we've been.
Wow.
That is awesome to see that
You wanted
it's
to hear
like
us argue.
considering how late it is.
That's
big-
why we
big
keep
thanks.
you around, Leo. That's why we
Wow.
keep you, baby.
Wow.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wow.
No, I'm not sorry.
40 people here waiting. What could Leo possibly say
Dude,
next?
it just jumped to 47. What on earth?
So yeah, I just said it.
Guys, I'm sorry. We're about to
That
end.
40. That
They just
47
heard about me
person-
finally getting a chance to talk, and they're like, "Oh no, the good part's starting."
It is good. The good part because as soon as you started talking, we got Leo to get more mad, and then we got that 47th. Well,
Oh.
it's 42 now. Well, we had
what?
them. We had them for a moment.
That's odd. I guess they left immediately.
Ghost
Oh, well.
viewers.
Ghost
It was an
viewers.
They
They were
accidentally
never real.
turned on our stream and then went ugh.
Wrong TTV channel.
Dude, we hate TTV. They suck.
I will actually share a work in progress for the next masks that I will be making in the Patreon chat right now. I sketched this
Oh.
one night that I had insomnia, so those are going to be the next two that I design and will probably want to share and sell and whatnot.
That is literally so epic, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
You're a legend.
But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a good one. Yeah, making all those fun masks. I got plenty of other ideas that I just haven't sketched out yet. It's
Heck yeah,
gonna be
dude.
good.
All right. Well,
So, what time is it?
it's
Late.
probably the time we should be working to end.
Is it time to go home?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Yeah, you beat me to it.
Time.
Closing time.
I kind of like. I mean, I don't want to over promise and under deliver. We've done that before. I'd like to get to a point where we're doing these bi-weekly. That was always my goal.
That's never
Um,
gonna happen. But I'm
it-
definitely.
Good.
So
Yeah,
it can
we're,
just
we're
be
too
you and me.
we're too close to the
I'm
goal.
kidding.
It's not that much of a jump from like monthly to bi-weekly, but we need to at least do them monthly to keep to our a random scheme.
I mean,
Well,
listen, there's an easy answer here. You do TTV podcasts once a month, and then you do friggin' TTV talks every other week.
That sounds more achievable because TTV
Mhm.
talks are smaller, more focused, and I'm kind of getting the itch back. Like I could talk for hours about the Halo show,
Oh, for real.
the Avatar thing. Like there's a lot.
Yeah, I'd like another. I would like another, not to be on, but to listen to a TTV talks about relationships again, because the dynamics have all changed, and we have new members.
Oh
in
yeah, true.
Yeah.
it. Like
True.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Love to see the new folks that are in relationships
New folks.
talk to the old
GL on
folks.
that one would be incredibly entertaining.
I agree. I think that'd be fun. So we'll mull it over. I definitely want to do more stuff, but right now we're just trying to reestablish consistency. That's the most important thing. So we will see you guys once again probably in March. Definitely at least in March. Considering February is a short month. Hope you guys had fun. Have a great night, everybody.
You're not my real dad.
If
It's
you
actually
did-
morning, Meso.
I got the music.
Bruh.
We're good.
Wow.
All right. Thank you guys for
Is that
joining
Brett?
us. I am Mesa.
I'm LJ.
I am Envy.
I am then.
I'm Takuma.
I'm Leo.
Starbreaker.
I'm Mary.
And this was the TTV Podcast, episode 352. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Listen
See
to
you
my good
next time.
opinions.
Are we not?
I'm
gonna-
back.
Okay.
What, Eljay?
What?
Creepy
Oh.
Takuma thing. It's fine. Just.
Huh? No. No. Well, what creepy thing?
You just said his name, bro.
I'll definitely be here for the next episode.